Yeah. Hello, everybody. Hello. It's me. It's Andy. Decayed Andy. There's Audacity. You don't need to see that. We're here to start Moonbase 2. I'm going to assume, I'm going to pre-do this because it's done it every single time. I'm going to assume we can't hear Mikey. So I'm going to change over the Discord. Well, you definitely can't be heard now because I've been changing things. There we go.
Of me.
There we go. I got it right.
He's a dickhead. He's a big fat dickhead.
We've got it working. I was pretty sure that it wasn't going to work. So I was like, you know what? We'll jump ahead of the line, get this sorted, and then we can get the ball rolling. Hey, Big Swinging D's in the chat. We got Mikey sound now. Yeah, you can hear the Mikey's dulcet, disgusting tones.
Yay.
Yay!
I don't know how to take that one.
Yeah, you can take it however you want. You know, that's your choice. I'm gonna be. I was thinking, do I do a special Patreon show on why I hate Earthspark? I'm thinking I might. I
will be interested to see how that one will turn out.
Yes, I'm sure. Oh, actually, well, might be a Patreon only show, so you know, only the select few will be angry at me potentially. I can go over some points today because I finished that this week and was not desperately pleased with it, shall we say? Thought it was poop, very poop. Mikey, do you want to get the ball rolling and talk about some transformery things that transform this week?
The ball?
Well, you know, the ball of news, yeah, the news ball.
The news ball.
The news ball, not the nude ball. That's a very different thing. That's a special occasion. Yeah,
it's too hot. It's too hot in this house to imagine nude balls.
All right, I shall begin the music, and we shall begin. Oh, hang on, Big Swinging D. Still need to watch the last batch of Earthspark. Okay, yeah. Then I will make sure not to go over spoilers when we get there, Big D. I will make sure. Can I might be able to. Yeah, I'll figure it out when I get there. I'll figure out how to make sure I don't go over spoilers by the time we get up to that part in the show. All right, let's play some music and begin pooping. Music time.
Welcome to Moonbase 2.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Moonbase 2 podcast. My name is Andy, Decayed Andy, the man who makes bone chairs out of bones. I'm here this week with a man who's been kissing hobos once again and is diseased. It's Mikey G. Wolfie 3. Hello, Mikey.
I feel like of the two of us, I'm the most qualified to talk about bones.
You're not making them into furniture, though. You can date them, but in terms of furniture sculpting, I think I am.
Andy, I've rarely felt much in the way of romantic feelings towards bones.
I didn't say I had romantic feelings. I'm just making them.
I'm not dating them.
I'm not telling you to date them. I'm just saying that you're sculpting them into quizzical chairs and fancy lamps, as Ed Gein once did. Would be, it would be something to show off to the ladies, for example.
Ladies,
yeah.
My brain is running at about 2 seconds delay, and it's just like, lady what?
Ladies, ladies. For the normal speaking person. Oh, you didn't actually understand what I meant. Oh, okay.
My brain was going like, lady yar.
Ladies. The ladies. You can go to the stripper joint to see the ladies. Yeah, exactly. You know how it is. We're here, everybody, talk about the rumours. Rumours for the past 2 or 3 weeks. There was other news, but I thought the other few bits of news and the rumours were probably the most interesting things to catch up on. Next week, if there ain't shit around, then maybe I will continue talking about Transformer catalogs. I guess we'll see what the news brings next week, and if Mikey wants a week off or whatever, who knows? We'll see. Maybe Mikey wants to talk about G1 but I don't think you do you?
Oh,
okay.
I don't know enough about them, to be honest. I think to carry an entire podcast, just because it ain't my world, bitch.
Oh my god. You're older than me too. Not by a lot.
Yeah, but I have taste.
Oh my god, that's so untrue. You're finishing off Geats.
But you like Independence Day.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm not like, my brain's not active enough to pull out something original, so I'm going back with an old favorite.
I don't see how that's a big thing. A lot of people like Independence Day.
A lot of people like Transformers 1 and Earthspark.
Yeah. Oh, it's so true. Oh, but then the thing about those ones is they're not amusingly shit, and I definitely find Independence Day amusingly poo.
Well, I enjoy Earthspark a lot more than you do, but it's handy to bring it up for pointing out that one man's meat is another man. Terrible film directed by a man who couldn't direct his way out of traffic.
Oh man, he's made such amazing films. I love 2012. It's so good.
I hurt my throat doing that.
It's so good. I love it when the Russian man saves his kids and then falls off the bridge. That's great.
I bet you're like 90s Michael Bay. Kid had gumption.
90s Michael Bay was a lot better than
90s Bay movies. It's like, what's that one where he sends Bruce Willis into space to drill oil in an asteroid?
I don't like Armageddon. I like The Rock. I think.
I've died. Well,
you haven't.
I
can still hear you. He's lost his mind. Maybe Mikey's about today, which is why he can't hear me. I don't know. I assume he's just.
It is me.
Mikey's just like, it is me.
And I talk to myself. There we go.
Are you back?
I'm back, yeah.
What did you do?
Yeah, you just went really mute there for a second.
No, that was...
it was just like, where's the... Okay, Slider decided to be a bitch.
Oh, okay. Don't worry, Big Swing and D says, don't worry, Mikey, you'll be full of G1 knowledge come the end. Come. He should have spelled come, C-U-M, not C-O-M-E. But never mind. Big Swing D also says he peaked at... Did Michael Bay make Stargate?
No, that was bloody Holland again. Roland Emmerich.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, okay. Bad Boys and The Rock are peak Bay. Yeah, I'd say so.
I'll give you their peak Bay.
Yeah. I enjoy both of those ones. They're probably my favorite Michael Bay movies.
They are, in my opinion, the best Michael Bay movies.
Yeah, and I enjoy them.
That very prominent qualifier.
Yeah. The Rock has Sean Connery being really weird in it, which is quite fun.
Yeah, old Sean Connery, it was a strange actor.
Yeah. I remember watching Entrapment and not enjoying that and being like, wait, do I not like Sean Connery now? I don't know. Anyway, Mikey, shall we talk about Transformers for this week? Or previous weeks?
Let us do.
All right, well, Dr. Wu has the MS-36 Sand Leopard. No, it is not a leopard, nor made of sand. It is a legend scale sandstorm, a triple changer, of course, and there are a few variants. There's the 36C, the 36M, and the 36G. C for comics, M mirror, and G for giant python. Interesting. So Dr. Wu is doing a sandstorm. I don't think we've had a mini sandstorms over the years.
This is the first one I can think of.
Yeah, he seems to come with a few, at least two faces. He has Toy Face, which is the one with his weird, like, grill mouth. And then he has Cartoon Face, where, he can be sad as his planet explodes in front of his eyes. The good times, and everybody laughs at him.
Most beautiful thing I ever saw.
Yep, get over it, bitch. Don't be a wuss. It's only your home, Lamau. I remember seeing the comics one over the week and being like, what the fuck is this? And then when...
I don't remember that in the comic, so I don't know.
To be fair,
comic with weird colors.
To be fair, I believe it. If you look at it and you kind of go, yeah, I could see that on a page. It's kind of the weird bone white and the off blue color, like everything's slightly off.
You could see someone in the 1980s not being able to, like, they were only using like pixels, the pixel dotting method of coloring, and they were just sitting there going like, oh god, I've only got like 3 shades.
Yeah,
3 shades.
Everybody in the background purple. Everybody's purple. Well, they're not the focus, so make them purple. But what if purple? We have then Mirror Leopard, which is the obligatory Shattered Glass version. Does have a nice snakehead tamper on the front of it on the helicopter mode, which is quite nice.
So is it snake? Let me see it up close. Yeah, you could spin that as a Cobra vehicle.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think they should have chose purple on blue because it makes the insignia a little hard to see. If you ask me, a bit uninspired for shad glass coloring, I would say.
Yeah, it's basically just the purple one, and I don't think there is a shattered glass sandstorm, is there?
Not an official one. Not that I know of.
Let's see.
I don't think Bokon ever did one either.
2009. There's a 2009 one, but there's no. It was only from a tech story.
Oh, so it obviously wouldn't have mentioned the color. The last one is Giant Python, which is unfortunately not Hulk Hogan colors, which I think it should have been because the 20-inch pythons. It's blue and white. I have no idea what this is referencing.
Apparently, it's based off a popular KO from the old days.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. It has on the helicopter mode Python on the side and a snake tempo. Good thing about this tempo, you can actually see it because the white makes it pop a little bit more. What do you think of this mold, Mikey? And what do you think of its many repaints?
The mold looks fine. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, it's kind of hampered by. I always thought Sandstorm's design was quite awkward.
In what sense? Like the robot mode, or what part of the design?
Yeah. Well, like none of his modes really look attractive to me.
Not even the helicopter.
No, actually. Yeah, no, I think
what?
The helicopter does not do it for me.
That's odd because last time me, George, and Big Swing and D talked about Sandstorm, and we all agreed he was probably one of the best triple changes because he had some of the best consistent modes.
Well, no, I think he's one of the best engineered figures, but I don't think he's necessarily one of the best designs.
Oh, my God.
So yeah, I think it looks all right. It's clean for what it is. I like the integration of the wheels into the tail fin. Mm-hmm. The buggy mode is a couple of panels folded over.
It's the messy mode. It's the least interesting. Yeah. There's always the other mode. There's the main vehicle mode, and there's the other one, and this is the other one.
And robot mode, I've never liked anything with those encapsulated heads. Like that's just a big bugbear of mine. Those ones where like the heads like recessed into the middle of something. I've never liked that.
Oh, it's like he's wearing a hoodie though.
It's like he's wearing a bucket. And he's cut out the front. It's like he's like what's that British fella, the politician guy, Lord something.
Lord Buckethead.
Lord Buckethead. It's like if he was Lord Buckethead, but he like cut out the face and said, the reveal, I was Sandstorm the whole time.
That's a good transformer for the future.
Lord Buckethead.
Yeah, it'd be neat.
I would like an official transforming Lord Buckethead licensed from Lord Buckethead.
There you go. Did you need to license his look? I suppose you might.
Presumably, or else why is no one else being Lord Buckethead?
Oh, Big Swing D says Count Binface. Is it Count Binface? I don't know.
Count Binface.
It's still a solid name, like.
Your country is weird.
Baron Wheelie Barrel. That'd be another good one.
Count Binface. That's a guy as well.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. We got all the good politicians in the UK.
No.
Yeah. At least that was a fun. Well, some of them.
Really?
Count Binface.
So that's 2.
How many more do you need?
You have hundreds of politicians.
Yeah, how many fun ones do you need? How many?
More than 2.
How many? Give me a number.
At least 50.
You need at least 50 fun ones.
I need
oh my
50 politicians who I could buy a beer.
Oh God. I don't think you can find 50 politicians worldwide combined.
I don't need to like them, or I don't need to agree with their politics. I just need to feel like, all right, I'll get you a beer.
I don't think you could find 50 worldwide that would go into that context.
But yeah.
What about his recolors?
I like the purple one and I like the white one.
Oh, you don't like the comic one? Well, what am I saying?
No. No. The color contrast does not work for me. It's like it's half a G2 color scheme.
Interesting.
Like someone started to do a G2 color scheme and then stopped when they got lazy.
If I said this was one of the better comic colors, the reason I'd say that is because, to me, because of how desaturated it looks, it does kind of look like it's come off the page. But I'm not a fan of. I've said many times the G2, just the comics in general, the Marvel comics have never been my thing. But this looks like, hey, what if this figure, color scheme wise, came right off the page, and that's kind of nice at the very least, you know. Otherwise, I don't like either of the two repaints. Shattered Glass to me seems lazy as hell. I think they could have done something more interesting. With the buggy mode, maybe could have gone with the Dreadnought. What's it called? The Thunder something. It's like the Dreadnought car vehicle where they drove around and they were, Dreadnought-y. I think you could probably do something there, or maybe just lean full Cobra and make it into like a Cobra vehicle or something, just blue and purple. It's a bit weak, especially since it feels like blue and purple is the generic-y kind of color that Shattered Glass just kind of falls into when you're doing the Autobot versions. The Python, the giant Python, it's okay. It's okay. It's probably a little bit maybe it could do with just a bit more color on it. I don't know what, but especially the robot mode. I think having the head white and the face silver kind of drains the detail from him. Like the further back you put him, the more dissolved that kind of detail gets for me. It's okay. It's probably the best out of the repaints. I think the mold looks good. It looks like, hey, what if we did the original toy, which is pretty much all the engineering is here, but what if we added joints to it? It's like, yeah.
I still think Springer's a better triple changer. I'm completely honest.
I can't remember. Big D's in chat, but I think I liked Springer the most when the three of us were talking. I think the other two were not as fond of him.
I just always liked how the transformation works with him.
Yeah, I said I enjoyed how the back propellers for the helicopter modes kind of slid up and down the legs, even though they pop out a little bbit. I think the general complaint was the vehicle mode, the car mode was crap, and he didn't really look like a helicopter either, if I remember. I think that was the general case. Big Swing D in chat says, I get what they're trying to do with the comic coloring, but that's not great. Yeah, that's kind of my opinion too. Springer was the one I had, and I always kind of dug his SF stylings.
Sci-fi.
Oh, I was thinking Silly Fudge, but that makes more sense. Silly Fudge. Mikey, do you have anything else to say on another Doctor Wu masterpiece?
No, I'm good. I'm good. I hope the engineering quality's improved from everything I've heard. I just hear even when we like to design the plastic, sure is something.
On Doctor Wu figures, are they not good?
I hear they're not. They're like mid-tier in terms of design quality and stuff like that.
So is that as good of like current Hasbro, or is it worse than current Hasbro? Like, what's...
You're asking the wrong guy for that level of exact. I've only ever handled a couple, and like they just felt cheap.
Okay.
And the thing is, they ain't cheap.
No. I mean, the third party. So yeah, that makes sense. But okay, Mikey, I'll give you the next story to talk about, and then I'll talk about all of the rumors, because you're ill.
Basically, all the rumors come in under one story.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'll take it, so you don't need to worry about it.
I am so glad someone made a giant list for 2024.
Same. What about this one?
Yeah, so New Age Legend Scale G1 Insecticon Close HB10B Kickback H11B H12B. For some reason, we don't have their names. It's Abaddon, Burial, and Asmodeus, which is Kickback, Shrapnel, and Bombshell, except it's not. So these are repaints of Kickback, Shrapnel, and Bombshell into Shothole, Salvo, and Zap Trap, who were e-hobby exclusive repaints from 2004, who are supposed to be Insecticon clones, who are really dumb but have and just enough intelligence to have their own identities.
Oh god! See, I was gonna say were these the Diaclone colors, because I completely forgot that this was an e-hobby exclusive. I'm shocked that they're not pinned as Shattered Glass, because this looks like a Shattered Glass color scheme, if you ask me.
It's Christmas.
Yeah. Well, red, the hero color, generally speaking.
I always think of these kind of things like Christmas releases or something like that.
Yeah, I can see that.
So you've got the three of them in kit. We're going to go for simplicity's sake. Kickback's green chest, black legs, and some red highlights. Shrapnel is black chest with some blue highlights and red limbs. And then Bombshell is all red with some black black arms. Bombshell is very red.
Yeah.
The colors basically just translate over into their alt modes. So yeah, these are based off of the eHobby releases. And I think the color schemes are great.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really like the color schemes. I think the molds are good. They look good. I think they really should have remolded the heads to be more toys than cartoon.
Yeah, I think that would have been a good idea. That'd be nice.
Because I'm just looking at like the existing art and stuff for them, and I'm just like, no, I think these really needed to be moved, especially Kickback's one, because he's got the toy head, and the toy head on the shot hole looks really good. Really, really good. Gives him his own identity. So also, some of the color breakdowns aren't amazing on this. I'm wondering if it has to do with the transformations, because like the Bombshell, the original one, has black, like the arms are visible in Beetle mode.
Oh.
So the black arms, he's got a black wing case.
Right.
Whereas here, obviously, he doesn't have that. And what else? I think there was one other one I saw that I didn't think. Yeah, there's a few details and stuff, a few paint details that aren't on the Kickback. The Shrapnel looks fairly good, but I think these are fun. I like these a lot. I always approve of stuff like this. Always. What do you think of them, Andy? I like weird repaints. It's not a secret.
Yeah, these are okay. I think you can tell that these are not nearly as big as, say, some of the other New Age figures, just because of like how everything is a ball joint. I think they're an older release as well, if I remember, because I remember seeing them on Shozy, and they looked older, in terms of like when they were sold out, kind of deal. The colors on them kind of interesting. I think the best one is Shrapnel. Just because I like the extra little bits of blue on the chest, it gives him a bit more highlight. Bombshell is a little too red, but I understand that's they're trying to keep to the original placements of the colors. I think Shrapnel's my favorite. I think these are okay. Like Big D says in the chat, gets points for how obscure they are. I think again that's something you can be like, oh, that's kind of fun. But New Age really do like to crank out repaints of the figures, probably because they're expensive as hell to make, so you got to milk that money. But yeah, if I was going to get Insecticons, these wouldn't be them. I'm shocked they haven't done slight retooling and done them into the deluxe Insecticons, aka the best Insecticons.
Yeah, I would like those.
But maybe it's more of, again, because the deluxe Insecticons, I assume, probably just don't sell nearly as well, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're too specialized, I think.
Yeah, and
they sell to people like you, and they sell to people like me.
Yeah, and they've never really had any push in any medium, at least not for a long, long time. And I think they probably should, just because you could do... Who are the deluxe Insecticons? No one knows. Nobody cares, as Dennis Nedry says. Nobody cares. So you could do anything with them, and I think people would be happy enough with them. But yeah, I don't think these will be sold separately. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a set of 3, because I think that's how they sold the original Insecticon 3-pack. Yeah, they're all right. Yeah, they're nice. Not something I want. Shall we move on, Mikey, to the meat and potatoes of today?
Meat and 2-5 veg.
All right, so rumors are plenty. The first rumor, it's only possible though, even though we've got an image of it, it's only possible. Remember. Possible Masterpiece Movie MPM-11D. Dark of the Moon Ratchet. So this is specifically Dark of the Moon. I guess this is another one to add to the list of Masterpiece figures if you want them. Was there any huge differences mold-wise? Or, well, maybe not mold-wise.
I think there were a few... I think they had to change the design for every movie in order to justify having toys. Because, and also like the designs did develop as it went on.
Because Dark of the Moon Ratchet was the one that was murdered, wasn't it? Or was it? No, it was the one after that.
The Age of Extinction.
Yeah, that was the one where Ratchet was murdered for no good reason. Okay. From this image, this possible rumored image, how do you think it looks? Also taking into account that it is a masterpiece, so it might have stability issues and breakage issues, potentially. Hopefully not, though. What do you think?
I haven't heard any updates on where Masterpiece is in terms of its quality. Like, what was the last Masterpiece release off the top of my head? Let me have a look, see.
Oh, that's a good question.
And I'm going to see, like, when was the last time I heard someone...
Wouldn't it be some of the train bots? One of the train
bots? It would have been, and I definitely have not been keeping track of them.
I remember previously when we asked, they were not getting favorable reviews just because of how scary they were.
Yeah, they weren't fun to transform.
Yeah.
And they had several... there's another one of those out this week. Or this month, rather. In a couple of weeks, it's due out. And like so much clear plastic.
Oh yeah.
That was the Masterpiece G series. That's the train bots. Then the last movie masterpieces were Bone Crusher's Due with Nemesis Prime and Starscream. The last new mold for the MPM line was Blackout, and I think people like Blackout.
Oh. Are the movie ones meant to be better then, I wonder, in terms of quality?
No, because a lot of the movie ones have a lot of problems. Like most of the primes, I believe, Ironhide was infamous. If you look at regular Masterpiece, we've got... RC was released in 2020.
Oh my god, really? 3 years ago? Jesus.
Okay, it's 2023 you had Dark Amber, Lio Convoy, and Dia Burnout, and Skyfire. I think Skids and Skyfire went down fairly well. I know the Lio Convoy mold has a lot of problems. So, and Trailbreaker. I haven't heard anything about Trailbreaker, but... So yeah, I'm not sure. I hope it's going well, because like the amount of money people are paying.
Oh yeah, these ain't cheap. Big D says, aren't most of the live action MP toys just leaders with improved decos? No, I don't think so.
No, they actually, some of them have quite, like Ironhide, very complicated.
Yeah.
And from what I understand is certainly for the first 10 or so, it was basically you'd get one that was really well engineered and one where the engineering basically caused the toy to explode. Or snap or break or something. So one of the things does seem to have been a thing, and like I've been saying this since easily like the MP33 days. Something has happened behind closed doors, either because of changes in production and everything else, or just changes in engineering, such that these things are just getting way more complicated because of this drive to have them cartoon accurate. These things are way more breakable than they used to be.
I know what it is, Mikey. I can pin it down. What happened? Yeah. What do you think happened to the CM's Corp's designers?
God, no, that's not funny, Andy. That's not funny. That's not funny.
Is it not funny because it could be true?
I just remember that fucking Gawd.
Oh,
and they're like, no, Mikey, don't buy the Genesis Gawd. I could, but it will explode. But there's no other options.
What about Gawd? No, he'll explode. What about Gawd? No, he'll explode as well. They'll all explode.
He's already exploded.
Yeah.
What about Gawd? Your only option for getting Gawd go. I don't even think he had a super mini blow.
No, he did.
Oh, did he?
I think it was a web release. I'm pretty sure.
There's Gawd go in that, and then there's like 2 new dragons in that, 2 new dragon twins.
Yep.
And then there's a new Volkfog type, and then there's another one who is just like a small target master dude who turns into a helicopter or something like that. So there are designs from that era that they could be doing, especially now they've actually got fiction. I mean, they did bloody like giant hand final Gawd.
When they're meant to make an anime of that at some point, or was that just rumors?
Rumors and heresy. But like, I love that because it's just basically, what is final Gawd? Well, we made a giant hand, out of Goldie Marg again.
Yep.
Yeah. And is there any difference to Gawd? No, but we've basically just put pilots in all the pieces.
Woo.
Oh. And that makes it stronger because bravery. And it's just like, the thing is already literally infinitely strong.
Yeah, it needs to be stronger though. Infinity isn't enough, Mikey. Bravery transcends infinity.
Not in that show, it's not.
Yeah, it's true. Mikey, let's move on. So that was that. We have additional info for Transformers stuff. Transformers 5 Drift, Rise, Lifeline, and more. So this is all Studio Series stuff.
What I would say, Andy, is like I checked. Most of these names are mixed in the big list, so I'd say you're better off just doing the Earthspark stuff and then doing the big list.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because otherwise you're going to be repeating names as you go through.
Which is the big list? Was that the last one I sent you?
Legacy. No. It's 2024 Legacy and Studio Series Wave Breakdown.
Oh, okay. Right. Fair enough. Thank you. Well, Earthspark wise. Oh, that's right. I remember seeing these and laughing at Mikey. Yeah, so these are the deluxe toys that should be coming out for Earthspark. The first one, which I know exactly what figure this is. Because of course it is. This is Earthspark Deluxe Prowl.
Is it now?
It is. I know what mold it's going to be, Mikey.
Do you now?
I do. All I have to do is use my small brain and go, well, what is Prowl? Prowl was never in the show. Okay.
No.
Prowl was in Earthspark. Sorry, in Cyberverse. He did also have a deluxe toy. So what if we just re-released him without any changes and put him in a new box and maybe not even change the design on the front of the box? What if we did that? What if we did that again?
This toy is stalking me. I have never bought it, and it's fucking stalking me.
Yeah. I mean, I assume you think it's going to be the same as well. It's just going to be that.
Absolutely, and I think it's also going to come with like a rip bit, like just this rip bit of red wing where Windblade should be, and it's just like she'll never get a toy.
No, I really hate the fact that Earthspark toys are just mostly. I think it's fair to say primarily at this point Cyberverse.
Any returning characters, bar Optimus, Bumblebee, and Megatron, have, I think, either gotten just straight up Cyberverse repaints or heavy Cyberverse retools. Like Grimlock is
he's a good
like a heavy
redo. Yeah,
he's a good redo, but he is a redo of the Cyberverse Grimlock. He looks better because he's coming out in an age that's not all yellow grey plastic. As I look over at mine, who I love dearly because I love that character and I love Cyberverse Grimlock as a character. But like as I look at him and I'm just thinking like, oh, you're so yellow, my friend.
Yeah, it was an ugly yellow as well, if I remember right.
Yeah, it's just like you can see where they use different types of plastics because like the side of his legs are yellow, whereas the outside plastic isn't. And like his fists are yellowing, but his shoulders aren't.
Ugh.
And it's just like, oh, my friend, I love you, but...
Sorry, did he say he's yellowing?
Yellowing, yes.
Oh, but you haven't even had him that long.
No, he came out in the middle of like that, like, what do you mean this toy that's been exposed to oxygen is turning yellow?
Yeah, that's right, yeah, because Shatterglass Starscream, like, you could just get him in box and he was decolored. Yeah, God, I forgot about that. Oh my God. What a time. There's also Earthspark Thrash.
He had a Warrior toy. He didn't have a deluxe. So I'm surprised it took this long, to be honest. I expected him to be in Wave 1.
Could it be a redo of anyone? No, it'd have to be a new one. It'd have to be a new mold, right? Because it's Thrash. It's a quote-unquote main character.
Like, the only thing you could redo it out of would be like a G1 toy? Or did Chromia get... Hang on, did Cyberverse Chromia get a toy? I don't remember. Unless you
redid the Prime RC from Legacy, that's been used a few times.
Yeah, but they wouldn't do that because that's like the budget and everything to make that toy is going to be different.
Yeah, it's going to be more expensive. Yeah. So that's probably... So it has to be theoretically a new one. They're doing Deluxe Jawbreaker.
That pretty much has to be a new one.
Yeah, I can't think of who else he could do it out of.
Unless it's like it's like, here's Grimlock retooled into Jawbreaker.
Oh God! Wouldn't that be funny? No, it has to be new. It has to be new. And then the last one, which is Aftermath. Who's Aftermath?
No idea.
No, I've seen the entire show. I have no idea who Aftermath is.
He showed up in the Aftermath, Andy. Obviously.
The Sharktacon?
No, they've got like one's Blitz something and Bite something. Like
they had names. I just can't remember.
Blitzwave, and Bitey Sharky Flying Men.
My favorite. I guess it could just be a redo of someone because I've never heard of Aftermath. No idea.
Yeah, I don't think there is an Aftermath.
Chat, any ideas? What do you think Earthspark Aftermath is? Who is Aftermath? What mold is it?
There is an article in TFE for an Aftermath, but it's an episode of Beast Wars.
Oh.
It's an episode of Beast Wars.
Oh, that's not good.
So it's a new person if it is someone.
Or, well, like Prowl, maybe.
Go away.
I'm just saying. Yeah.
No, it's actually just Prowl. It's a redeco of Prowl.
It's another Prowl figure. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Big Swing D says, retool animated slug. Oh. I think that mold's a bit old.
You'd say that. They retooled them for 2015 for the Adventure line over in Japan. But again, I think it would be a case of just like that toy would cost more money to make than the Earthspark budget would allow.
Or the Cyberverse toys and the Sparky clearly a lower budget. What about RID? Because RID was pretty cheapo as well.
Yeah, but they were all Warrior toys, not Deluxe. Like, you could retool them into Deluxe, but I don't know how you do that.
No, I'm not sure. Big D says also, no idea, maybe a preview character for Season 2? I guess, maybe. Yeah. Weird either way. So the big list, the Legacy and Studio Series WAV breakdown. This is the big boy list. Excuse me, of all the things coming in the not too distant future for 2024. It's next year, if you didn't know. So, Wave 1, January 2024. We have Core, Energon, Megatron. Oh, Core, okay. Core, Beast Wars, Tasmanian Kid. You'll probably get redone at least one other time.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, there is technically a repaint, but they're so similar to each other.
Well, there's the Robot Master one, which was blue, white, and red.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, that one's less likely because it's Robot Master, so maybe not.
The thing is, you don't have that many options if you're going to go for an existing repaint, if you're not going to do something new.
That's true. Could you do anything else out of a Tasmanian Kid?
Like, I wouldn't even say you could do Tasmanian Devil because it's basically just brown.
Oh, I know. Tasmanian Kid, Rat Trap mold, slightly retooled.
Ooh, that's possible. They had similar transformations originally, didn't they?
Yeah, exactly. So all you need to do is like, at the very least, you can keep the transformation probably exactly the same because they're both core class. Change the head, maybe remold the quote unquote outer shell body to be a bit fatter. Otherwise, mostly the same. Boulder Crash.
One of these presumably new GoBot Rocklord dudes.
GoBot Rocklord dudes.
Rocklord dude.
That'd be, I guess, interesting to see, like, if it is a Rocklord.
I mean, yeah, like, that's for what I understand from all the rumors, that the theme is Rocklords.
Remember, though, these are designed for kids, which is why they're making a transforming rock from a failed toy line.
Well, yeah, but I'm assuming it all it's okay. They come apart and they turn into weapons and shit like that again.
They turn into rock weapons.
Also,
no, it can't because it's a core class. It can't do that.
Yeah. Well, no, that's like Vertebrake was a fossilizer.
Yeah, but he didn't turn into weapons.
Yeah, but what I mean,
either.
It still turn him into a weapon, but like the next one's called Magnet. Like, look at the deluxe in it. Like, what's that going to be, Andy?
Well, we'll get up to that. We have animated Bumblebee.
Bumper Robinson returns.
Well, no, because it'll be G1 version of animated Bumblebee.
I'm trying to imagine how you G1 that face, because Prowl.
Yeah,
G1ing Prowl, you could see.
You just give him a nose. Look at Strong Arm.
Just but his face is so weird.
A nose is all you need, Mikey. Believe in nose.
Did he have? They had noses, didn't they?
No,
they had the thing where they had the same thing Prime had, which was they had like that slight indentation that goes down to that made you look at them and go like, oh, you have something that looks like a nose. So it gave you the visual key of a nose. Prime did. All the Prime characters had that. They've all got something coming down between their eyes, like that gives you like, except for like Bumblebee, that gives you like a fake nose. Oh, and Wheeljack. Wheeljack doesn't have that. But Smokescreen has it, RC has it, Prime has it, Ratchet has it, Bulkhead has it.
All right, okay, if you say so. What would they do out of animated Bumblebee? His own new mold, and if they're going to make his own new mold, they could do both. Yeah, they could do Wasp. Yeah, I was thinking, who would be the real figure? Because the animated figures always feel to me like they're the secondary figure, and they're not the real one, not the intended mold. You know?
No. The thing is, all of the guys you could think of for that are already been done or can be done off the existing mold. So
yeah, because it would be a Bumblebee-ish car anyway. Wouldn't it?
Yeah, and like repaint wise, like you're looking at existing ones again. Not saying in case, not putting aside that they might do new colors or something different. Like it's Cliff Jumper, Wasp, and Shattered Glass, if I remember right. Yeah, Shattered Glass.
Did he have a Shattered Glass?
Bug Bite.
Yeah, was he Bug Bite in animated at all?
The season 4 concept that everyone knows about.
All right.
So it would be one of your options if you're going like classic and not going like here's an original character or something like that, which they won't.
Fair. Yeah. Excel's Hedge says Prime Thundertron is curious, but shouldn't he be a commander? Yeah, we'll get to that.
I figured that one out anyway already.
We'll get to that in a tick. Big D says, make a new Bumblebee and you have all the many repaints. A few at least.
Animated glyph.
Yeah, well, yeah, it could be a thing. I don't want it to be though. The next one is Rescue Bot Chase.
Prowl Real 2.
Is there anyone else? Again, it might be its own mold. They might make a mold so it could be somebody else.
Here's a police car. There's a police car. They're different colors.
Prime Barricade movie Barricade, but G1.
I want like a G. If you're doing G1 style Barricade, do Last Night Barricade.
What about RID? RID Prowl. Robots in Disguise Prowl is too sexy of a car to make out of Chase. Chase wasn't like a weird
Chase is just
Ferrari.
like,
he's just a normal car, right?
He's just a dude.
Yeah, he's just a normal car. Yeah, so yeah, probably. I think you're probably right. Just to repaint Deluxe Cyberverse Windblade.
It's just going to be a Prowl or like in cosplay. It's going to be a Cyberverse Prowl toy. It's going to be Cyberverse Deluxe Prowl, but he's after putting on some weird cosplay and like you get these 2 wings you can glue onto his back and you get him like a head that has the Windblade headdress and everything else put on and just
reverse convoy.
Windblade. Yeah.
Reverse Convoy, but Prowl and Windblade. That'd be fun.
Is there Needle? Like, there's a few deluxe planes now, aren't there? There's like Needle Nose, and I think there's someone else, but
I don't think you could do her out of Needle Nose.
No, I would be surprised. And I can't really think of anyone from recent years other than Needle Nose.
Maybe they'll make her own mold and then do her into Slipstream. Potentially,
yeah, that'd be cool. And also, I'm what's going to make her specifically Cyberverse? Because she's going to be G1.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing is going to make her Cyberverse.
If they could do her and just do the normal, not weird line face.
They're not going to do that. Look at Strong Arm. Look at Knockout. They just can't help themselves every time. They're like, nah, slap a nose on her, and they definitely slap a nose on Windblade because she definitely didn't have a nose in Cyberverse.
Hang on, I don't remember because lots of people have noses in Cyberverse.
I'm pretty sure Windblade didn't. It must have been a subtle nose. I'm pretty sure she's flat-faced, generally speaking.
I don't think she is. She has a very prominent. Wow, she has a very prominent, very sharp nose.
I must be thinking of another one then.
RID 2015.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the one where she has no face, no nose. Sorry, that's the one.
No nose. No nose.
Deluxe Magnus. Who's Magnius?
Rocklord.
Oh. Okay.
Magna Boy.
All right. Another rock.
Rock on.
No, don't do that. Voyager Prime Thundertron. You said you had ideas, you had thoughts. Do you think it's going to be a
retool?
Yeah, redo of Life.
Which is going to be a little odd looking, but if it got the peg leg, I'd be happy.
Oh, it's not. Would it
That's
do
an
that?
Interesting mold. I would like that, but if you could retool the lion arms so they don't hang off, like it doesn't, it's just do something to make them a bit different.
It's just still not right because it's just not anywhere close to the Thundertron design. Because he had the lion in his chest. Yeah, lion chest, and he had that weird bearded head with quite a tall, quote unquote, hat. The weird shoulder pads, and you say the peg leg. Had a very distinct look, but I guess yeah, probably. Animated Optimus Prime. I think that will be a unique mold. Mainly because it's Optimus Prime. So fuck you. That'll probably be the case. What could you do Animated Prime into since he's just a fire truck?
Well, Motor Master would be the obvious one.
You mean
Toxitron? Motormaster Toxitron.
You mean just a repaint? Okay, animated repaint. I'm thinking like remolds. I think you could probably do them into any like Inferno hotspots.
Yeah,
those kind of maybe the fire engine dude from Rescue Bots, I guess.
Oh, I'd like that. That's a good idea. Heatwave. That would be a nice idea.
Because we thought they'd do that for Bulkhead, for the Prime Bulkhead that came out in like Wave 1, and they didn't make any mold out of that.
No. Like, to be honest, of all the Rescue Bots to be getting a deluxe figure, like the two that they have, which is like the Lifeline or the medical guy, first medics in Chase. Like, that's an odd choice.
Yeah, so it makes sense that they do the leader at some point. Maybe it's one of those things where what do you say his name was? Fire Truck Man. What did you say his name was? Heatwave, thank you. Maybe Heatwave again was the primary choice, and then when we can make him into Optimus Prime. I believe that. I could believe that. And they're putting out Optimus Prime first because he'll sell, but the main version is Heatwave. I could see that. Beast Wars Tiger Hawk, that'll have to be a new mold. Unless they remolded Megatron.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, fair play to them if they do, but yeah, I have to be.
What if all they did was they replaced the dragon head with the tiger head, and that's it? They left it all the same. They went, yeah, it's fine.
Same tail, same claw,
everything the same. Just a tiger head on top of the really, really long dragon neck. It'll do. It's fine. That's easy to do. I mean, if you want, I think me and George and again Big D talked about it. Like the smart move to do for Tiger Hawk is just Razor Claw Fist, whichever one it is.
Yeah,
the universe repaint.
The black repaint. Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, and it's a black repaint. Everybody, they'll fucking.
And like all you have to really do, because they won't put the gimmick in because it's modern. But all you have to do is retool the tiger head to have a big like battle cat mask over it.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's part of the tiger. I don't think it'll be a removable battle mask. I don't think it would. I think it would be just stuck on. I think it'd be molded on.
No, like I think it would be a new head because I know Tiger Hawk has that in the toy, but again, we're talking this'll be show Tiger Hawk who don't have that.
I don't know.
So like I would suspect that what they'll do, because I can't see them bringing the gimmick in like in this day and age.
No.
So I could see them like, here's Tiger Hawk, he's modeled after the show. Here's a repaint, and he's got a retooled tiger head to give him the bird beak.
XL Hedge says Prime Thundertron is curious, but shouldn't he be a commander? I mean, no. He should be.
He shouldn't be a commander.
He should be a commander, but he's going to be made out of Leo Prime.
What?
So.
How would you do him as a commander, as a character? I mean, he was just a Voyager back in the day.
Yeah, make him big.
What would he, but like, would you just have like a Skylink-sized lion?
Oh, that'd be cool.
I mean, I'd be cool, but just like, I'm trying to make narrow. Cool. Like, if you want to do it like, here's a deluxe and a pirate ship, I'd be way into that.
Oh, that'd be really, no, because then what you do, you do the pirate ship, and then you give the mariachi band from Beast Wars Neo. No.
You, because for some reason no one's following up on this. You do what you did with Menasor. You have like, here's your like deluxe Voyager dude, and here's his vehicle mode, but like you have the deluxe, and then you have like a large pirate ship, and then you just like they combine, and the deluxe becomes the head. And even if it's just like you plug the deluxe into a slot, and then you flip the head over. Like you go down that route, and I'm just like pirate robot.
Delightful.
Yes,
that'd be great. Big D says, I mean, you make a new Bumblebee, and I read that already. My bad. Leader Prime is going to be Earthrise again, but it should be Power Master Optimus Prime. And don't say it can be done with Power of the Prime Evolution. Basically, he has gimmicks.
Please tell me it's not just Earthrise again. Please tell me it's not just Earthrise. Please tell me they've retooled something.
Well, Laser Wave was technically a tweak.
Yeah, but at least that's the thing. Really. That's the thing. I like. Please just be like, and now they're just like, listen, we need a big Optimus Prime. Here's this mold for the unaltered for the fourth time in the main line.
They do like that mold. They really like that mold a lot.
And like everyone, do you know what I hear? Like people say, like people got really excited about that when it came out. Like, and I've got the Shattered Glass one. It's a nice enough toy.
Oh, it's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, but like what I heard are like the people would come back to it a year later and go like, Siege was a better figure.
Yeah, I heard that as well, oddly enough.
Like, what was it like? If people have both of them, what is it about Siege that people are saying like, actually, no, this is better?
I don't know. I remember handling Dave's many years ago and not really liking the Siege one. I hated the look of the vehicle mode. I thought it was weird because it was the not really alien truck design.
Oh yeah,
half-ass version.
That's been something that's bugged me since the Siege days.
Oh, yeah. But I don't know what the because I've never had that mold that you have for Akane, so I don't know if it was any good. But I hear people say it was good, and then like you say, come back later, and it's like, I don't know. Maybe it's nostalgia for Siege. Maybe that's it.
Oh God.
Big D says genuinely amazed they've remembered Windblade. It's not. Yeah, it feels. It's been a while.
We keep telling you it's not her. It's Prowl.
Yeah, that's true.
It's Prowl in a cosplay. Prowl.
There's a cosplay for a TF Nation. Someone dresses up as Windblade and then pulls the string and the costume falls off and it's Prowl.
It's Cyberverse Prowl underneath it.
It's like in G1 Masquerade where the Seekers take off their Autobot costumes and just the wings pop off.
Yeah. Or like they just do it like you just have a thing. The wings fall off and you pull off the Windblade head and there's a Prowl head underneath.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah. Beast Machine Cheetah should be a Voyager. I assume we'll get to that. Yes, we'll get to that.
You're reading ahead. You're reading ahead.
At least these rock lords are going to be toys my nephew can't break. Oh, you fool, Big D. Oh, no, these are legacy figures, so they're probably. They might be a bit on the loosey-goosey side, potentially. I'm trying to see Thundertron out of Lio Prime, and I'm not digging it. No, but you should be prepared for that.
New head, which I think would actually like be difficult given the mold.
Yeah, there's not a lot of room in there for a new head, especially his head. Yeah, I don't think it'll be good, but then maybe Hasbro's idea is who gives a fuck about Thundertron? He wasn't in Prime, which is fair, but I'd still like him to look cool.
That was such a good toy and such a fun concept.
It was an interesting idea, but it came out at the wrong time. It came out during the Prime line. I wish that toy got better love.
Thundertron was like up there for like coming out in like the show, but then Hasbro sort of went in and said dragon.
Yeah, there was that as well.
I really loved season 3, but you can't deny that like they were clearly planning something else, and then Hasbro came in and said dragon. What
about Beast Hunters? It's like, okay. Sure,
okay,
why not?
Do we put him in the show? No.
Well, no. You put one dragon in the show. What about these designs for the Autobots and Decepticons? No.
You can put Optimus in. Oh, will it have a lot of relevance? No, it's going to get its ass kicked a lot.
Yeah.
Because like Optimus shows up and like the first fight is like against, because it's a classic thing. Like it happened in Beast Wars as well with Optimal Optimus. But like he shows up with this impressive first fight and just like. Now we're going to use him as a way of highlighting that the bad guys are really serious. So like I love that his second fight, Soundwave just floors him.
Yeah. It's what we call the Superman Justice League Season 1 effect.
Which was when Superman was at his most interesting in that show.
I agree.
Well, no, he was at his most interesting right up until that last episode.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people like that last episode when he's like, I'm holding back. So many people defend that. It's like, you were holding back?
Yeah, a lot of people defend that, and a lot of people say it's like one of the great Superman moments. And it's great if all you want is Superman to go like, actually, I could do whatever the fuck I want. And like, if you're just in this moment of like, here's a cool moment of a hero having a cool moment, there's no denying it's cool. Yes. But if you were like, I have been watching this guy get his ass beat by people and come back from it, because he's that determined to do the right thing, and now you're saying like, oh, those people who died on my watch, and because it's DCAU, which means people died.
Yeah.
I didn't save him. Why? I wasn't trying that day.
I needed to be careful.
I was holding back. I'm in a world of cardboard. Yeah. Just like, but you saw a dude melt. Darkseid has apparently nearly killed you multiple times. But no, let's just say like no, like that was a classic, like a comic writer has like there's been a change to the comic writing team and we need to wrap it up moment.
Yeah. We need a cool moment. It is a very cool moment. It's just don't think about it. That's the idea. Excel Hedge, I'm kind of mad there's no Energon Starscream, but I'll take Cybertron Starscream. I guess we'll get to that.
We're getting way ahead of ourselves in the comments. Calm down. Calm down.
Interesting to have 2 Optimus Primes in one wave. One wave. Animated Optimus Prime. Oh, yeah, there's a leader Optimus Prime as well. Huh.
Now, well, Andy, look at it this way. Now you can make them kiss.
Yay. I guess.
Optimus inline self-cest.
Okay, let me save this for a new Optimus Prime, at least for me and you, Mikey. There may be another Akane figure repaint out of it.
True.
So that's maybe a small positive. At least I could glean from that.
Shatterglass Optimus animated Prime is a thing, and it has a funny mustache.
It does. Tigerhawk has so many gimmicks. I can see them getting rid of. Oh, they'll get rid of all the gimmicks. They'll get rid of every single gimmick.
It'll be like Transmetal Megatron.
It'll be like Armada Megatron. Armada Megatron has like 1 gimmick out of 11 gimmicks that the original one had. Maybe 11.
God, I'm trying to remember all those gimmicks, but yeah.
Do you want me to pick up the toy and I can go through the missing ones?
No, because we'll be here forever.
Yeah, I'm legit. I think there's about 11 missing gimmicks from that one, and that's fine. I get it, but there's massive price difference and everything like that. Never mind. Big D says, I mean, Earthrise is a great mold. I assume this is Prime, but they could have they could do something different. Power Master Prime would be an unexpected surprise, but I can't see the combined mode being done just as outside of Commander class.
Yeah, I was going to say Commander is how I do Power Master.
I think it's about time we got a new Power Master Prime. When was the last Power Master Prime we got was during Combiner Wars, Power of the Prime, and it was meh.
Technically, the last Power Master Prime would have been.
It's not Power of the Prime.
No. Oh no! Because I was thinking Siege there for a second, but no, that's Galaxy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it would have been, and that was just an Ultra Magnus retool.
I mean, Power of the Prime had so many issues.
I had that one. That was Combiner Wars retool as well. That was a couple of years old at the time.
Oh god, yeah.
Which is I do like that leader mold. Like I do like that mold, but it was just like.
Oh, do you remember when Japan put out their version? Oh, and then they did God Bomber as well, and you're like, oh man, that looks so good, and it was so expensive. I never got it, but man, I wanted to get it back in the day.
Anyway, let's get on.
Sure. Hang on. We're nearly done catching up with the things. Unless
no comments. No more comments.
Unless it's another retool of Galaxy Upgrade. Very glad I still have my Thundertron. I mean, it's a similar topic that gets used for Spider-Man. Most villains get legit scared when he stops quipping, as it indicates he's not messing around. Hell, the lampshade in Superior Spider-Man with Doc Ock realizing how strong Spidey is.
Yeah, I think they overdid that one. I think as a scene, because it was one of those scenes where you shouldn't be thinking about it at all, and then Superior Spider-Man takes off Scorpion's face.
Yeah.
But also, like, there's a big difference between, like, because Spider-Man, like, they do work that, like, that's always been part of it. Superman, they just bring that in when they want to be cool.
Yeah.
And it's always better. And to be honest, like, it's always better when they they have vulnerability. Like, Spider-Man had vulnerability because he frequently goes up against people like bloody Rhino, who is pretty strong.
Generally, yeah. He's a big boy. He's a Rhino man. Man. All right, Wave 2 in April. Core, we have Cheetor from Beast Wars, Dinobot Beast Wars.
That's Beast Machines. Oh God.
Sorry, my bad. Yes, Beast Machines Cheetor.
How would you do that design on core scale? Like, those legs.
I think it's probably easier to do it at core scale because there's less plastic. So if you're going to do the thinner legs, you don't need to worry quite as much. Yeah. Because imagine doing him at like leader scale. Like there's too much weight in the chest for skinny legs to hold all that.
It's just his leg. It's not just the skinny legs. It's the jointing on the legs. They're so bizarre.
Yeah, they're like chicken legs, kind of.
They're like his chicken legs. Someone got the sliders and just started pulling him in on the XY axis.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see it. I've never been a fan of Beast. I only like the designs of the Viacons in Beast Machines, really. I like the show, but in terms of like designs I think work well, it was only the Viacons I really enjoyed. So this is an easy skip for me. Dinobot,
cool.
I don't know why we're having a small Dinobot when we had a recent Dinobot, which I missed, unfortunately.
Yeah, but now you can say small.
Yeah, I could get the small one. Oh, you could get one and you can have Don't Talk to my son.
Yeah.
Me or my son ever again. That'd be quite fun. We have Deluxe Sure Shot. Hopefully it won't be as shit as Point Blank. Was that the one that came out before?
What vehicle mode does Sure Shot have?
It's kind of like a sand buggy thing, kind of like Sandstorm's vehicle mode, kind of car mode, kind of like that.
I almost thought, could they retool them?
Yes,
which out of Point Blank? But...
Not out of Point Blank. I think they could do them out of Mirage. I think they could, if they retooled a decent amount of it. Well, maybe, I don't know how much. I think you could do it out of Mirage. I don't know which Mirage because it's like 2 or 3, but you could maybe do that. Hopefully they won't. But G1 Gears,
Beachcomber.
I don't know. I don't think you do that. I think you do Gears, and then you can just make him into Windcharger.
There's that as well.
Not Windcharger. Fuck, what was he called? There was the red version of him. Whatever that one was.
Red. Gears is the red version.
No, Swerve.
Oh, Swerve.
Yeah, you could do Gears and then do Swerve. There you go.
Yeah, no, when you say Swerve there, I'm just like, oh yeah, Swerve.
Yeah, that would make sense. And maybe you do the Swerve one more comic. That one would definitely sell.
Oh yeah, you'd have to do the comic phase.
Yeah, that would be the wise thing to do. Cyberverse Chromia.
Bike retool.
Chromia. Is Cyberverse Chromia not just like Chromia we've had for quite a few years now? That kind of design.
Well, like the Chromia we've had for she's based off the IDW Chromia, but she is a bit distinct. And I'd say they just redo a bike. I could even see it because they reused the Prime RC mold retool, didn't they?
Yeah.
So I could say them because the G1 the Thrilling 30 Chromia is a retool of Prime RID Chromia.
Could you do her out of Javelin, which is the movie RC? Would that work?
Yeah, no, that would be an easy one, because you don't have to you have to retool the head. You might have to retool 1 or 2 other bits, but
I'd actually be tempted by that because I like the look of that mold. I don't want the movie version, and I'm not going to buy the Javelin pack because the other one's shite. But yeah, if I could get that mold and it was Chromia, maybe if the head was nice enough, it's like, oh, okay. Everyone's favorite, Rock 2.
Rock 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, remember Dwayne The Rock Johnson? This is his brother, Rock 2, everyone's favorite. A random another Rock Lord. Cool. I guess you're right. I guess this is the new Micro Master Base fossilizer
Nugget.
thing.
Gonna be Nugget.
I wonder what will they just mush together into bigger rock? Is that the idea here? Will they just become big rock?
Rock Golem.
Because I don't know how you make a deluxe rock toy that's interesting that people would want to buy, not in an ironic sense of, oh yeah, I remember Rock Lords.
Well, the limbs are going to come off, so it's all maybe just all turned all the weapon modes are just clubs.
They're all just sticks. Yeah. Oh no! Right, Voyager, Beast Wars, Silver Ball. Oh, Voyager, that's interesting. It'll be quite big then. Okay, he should be his own mold.
Yeah.
There are a couple of repaints, not a huge amount. Voyager, Cyberverse, Starscream. There's at least. I wonder what's going to happen there. Jesus, sweet wobbly Jesus. Could there possibly be a Thundercracker and Sky Warp in the future? Methinks. Oof. Leader Sandstorm. Huh.
That has to be new.
Yeah, it would have to be.
Unless they do a Springer and then we've included this one extra hand or an axe that wasn't with the original. Now he's leader class.
Here's the thing: do you think it'll be more G1 accurate? But I'm not sure it'll be better than the last Sandstorm that we got, which was the Generations.
But that one that was an excellent. But that's
that was a great
common thing. That was a common thing. That was a good era for engineering.
Oh yeah, it was really cool, cool. Nice redesign from him as well.
But I like the big wheels.
Yeah, I mean this will be more accurate, which is
if that's what you care about.
Yeah, if you want a G1 version of Sandstorm, this will be that guy.
If that's what you're into, I'm very happy for you.
Yeah. Probably. Who could you do him into? Could you do him into any other one?
Oh God, I'm sure you probably
could do him into Springer if you're really sneaky about it. I don't know how.
The opposite.
But yeah, could be the case. July, Core Rock 3, follow on from the Rock series. Oh, and July we finally get RID Sideburn. Quite a few months after what's her name?
Yeah, nearly a year after.
God, is it really that long? When she's out?
She's out now. I saw her in Forbidden Planet during the week.
Oh God, yeah, a year, and then you get the real version of the toy. That's interesting. How did she look in person? Because whenever I see images of her, she looks crap.
She does not fill up a lot of that box.
Oh, Sideburn's not going either then.
I was kind of surprised because I was looking at her and just like, wow, you're small.
Oh man.
But like in hand, she doesn't look, because I've seen her in pictures with the other one, like with the actual RID mold. She doesn't look that much shorter, but it feels like she's got a lot less mass to the side.
All right. Cybertron Hotshot. Now the original Cybertron Hotshot I think's pretty good. A lot of those Cybertron toys are pretty solid, and that one's fun.
I enjoyed transforming that one. I didn't enjoy playing with it because its shoulders were garbage.
What do you mean?
They didn't do anything.
What do you mean?
Because there were two big columns that were basically blocked up anything beyond forward and backwards.
All right, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it was.
Now, I like the gimmick where you fold down the piece and all them, like you had missile spam, but
wait.
No,
you're thinking of the upgraded one. You're not thinking of the sports car, are you? Because he didn't have missiles.
But from what I've understand from the rumors, this is going to be the defense.
Oh, is it? Then why does it not say that? Why does it say just Cybertron Hotshot?
I can only tell you what rumors I've heard.
That's stupid. Because you say Cybertron Hotshot, I don't think of it as an upgraded form. I think of...
I always think the upgraded form. I always think the upgraded form because he was in the show longer.
Was he? I thought he was in the car mode long. Well, I thought they were about equal.
He was about 20-ish, 25 episodes-ish as the car.
Yeah, that's about halfway because it's about 50 episodes.
It just, to me, I think the car feels like it's in it more than the other one because, like, for those 15 episodes where we spent 2 minutes on Speed Planet every time.
Oh my God.
It was remember that?
Yeah. Oh, don't you worry. I did not forget fucking Speed Planet.
The
most ironically named area for the amount of story that happened there. Jesus Christ.
It's like all the stories on Jungle Planet, 5 minutes at Speed Planet. Okay, we're back onto Jungle Planet.
Are they still racing? They are still racing on Speed Planet. Is it interesting? Yep. No, it is not. Lamau. Rock 3.
The
Deluxe,
Revenge.
The third of them. Deluxe Strong Arm PR.
Previous release.
So if you didn't get Strong Arm before, you can get her a year later.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Maybe I know they are predicting a lot of people will want Strong Arm because
did they see her face?
I could be more worried about the rest of her teeny tiny body.
There's that as well. What a crap figure.
And the fact that Alita's not great.
I think if you're a fan of Strong Arm, you should be fucking insulted by the figure. Because I'm insulted. I don't even like Strong Arm that much. I think it's an insulting figure because it looks nothing like her. She's got the stupid nose. She's not a big grill. She doesn't need to be Voyager, but she needs to be pretty hench, surely. It's like, no. Everything about that mold for her was wrong. They just didn't want to make a new mold for a woman toy. That'll be it, pretty much. And I think you could probably make her into somebody else. I think you could probably find another character to do her into. You know, never mind. Cybertron Vector Prime. That'd be interesting. But Vector Prime's, again, a very good toy. Well, the Japanese one, at least.
It was decent. I had some problems with the transformation because it was slightly...
Which one did you have? American or Japanese?
I don't remember. I just had a version.
What color was he?
Brown.
You might have had the Japanese version then. Was his sword floppy or was it like sturdy?
Hard plastic.
Yeah, the Japanese version then.
Yeah, because I never liked how
shite.
I never liked how the legs went on that transformation. I enjoyed the transformation. I just never. They just went. Whoop. Don't look at us.
I mean, his entire transformation was flip the legs behind him, fold out the wings, flip up the back, turn the head around, and stick the arms down, and that was pretty much it.
That click, I always loved that click for the backpack, though. over the head.
Oh, yeah. I think I wish he transformed a little bit more. I think you could have made him into a cool, weird shape. You know, like the solar vessel in that Deep Space Nine episode.
Yeah.
I think if they went more in that direction, granted, it would have required more engineering than they were doing at the time, but that could be quite cool. I wonder how strict they are going to be with the design. Are they just going to make it 1-for-1? Is he going to transform exactly like he did back in the day? Hope not. Like a little bit more out of him. And then I guess like a year later from now, Armada Galvatron.
Oh, I do like that color scheme.
Same. I still have it. That means the person who made the upgrade kit for for Megatron, you'll get to do it again. Make more
Where's
money.
the Tidal Wave?
Yeah, where is Tidal Wave? If you want Tidal Wave, I think Fans Hobbies will be out by then, to be honest.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So, I might be getting that. So, in October, we have Energon Galvatron. Okay. That's, I think, probably the right amount of complexity. Like, the toy was already pretty simple. I think like Core Class will be able to replicate that without any issue.
Yeah, and I always like that design a lot. I didn't love the Galvatron repaint, but I do like that design.
I had the American Ultra Class, I think it was done as. Didn't the Japanese have like a Voyager Class one, which was way more accurate?
Yes, and in Japan he was like Galvatron from the start because the toy's designed after Galvatron.
Yeah, and it was meant to be a follow-on from Armada anyway. I kind of wish I had that one because it was probably... I think Ultra Class was too big for that figure.
I had the big one.
Yeah, I just mean in terms of... Like, he was too big for what he did, which wasn't much. Literally, Japan probably went Control-T and scaled him down, or America went Control-T and scaled him up. It was one of the two.
It was like one of those ones where I always enjoyed how chunky it was. But yeah, I never actually played with the smaller version. So let me see.
I wish I had. Yeah, I think he just looked better. Everything else was
you had the
same.
Super, and then you had Ultra. Oh, you had a red Ultra Lucky Draw. Oh, that looks good. So they're definitely the one is definitely like the big one figure that. Oh, okay, so the Super was the original.
Oh, okay. So America went Control-T and scaled it up.
No, Japan went Control-Z.
Undo?
Yeah, Japan shrank it.
Oh, Control-T and then you shrink it down. Okay.
The American release was the original giant release, and then Japan basically just made it was actually like scale down, same features, new electronic sounds, and a lighter, more accurate color scheme. But they literally just like got the American toy and made it smaller.
Japan made it better again, as they were allowed to do back in the day. Oh, I think so. Anyway, so we also have a deluxe Optimus Prime G1. Oh, good. We haven't had one since January.
I was going like a couple of weeks back, technically.
Well, no, I'm going from the year of 2024 because they're gonna do the one in January, and then we're going to get the other one in October. So we've had like half a year since the G1 Optimus Prime. Got to have another one. Jesus Christ. Man. Oh, man. Deluxe Slipstream. So that could, I think that might make sense if that was a redo or repaint or whatever of Windblade. I wouldn't be shocked, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Steve, got any other ideas?
I hope it is. I hope it's not Prowl in a blue cosplay. It's like he's now like dressing up Slipstream. It has to be
because it says Slipstream, not Cyberverse Slipstream. And Slipstream originally from Legends was just a repaint of us, of Windblade with a new head. So yeah, I think that makes sense. Deluxe G1 Quake.
I think would that have to be a new mold?
I'm looking back over the previous ones.
It looks like any deluxe tanks.
Yeah,
I haven't been deluxe tanks in a while.
The only one I can think of was when Warpath was Kingdom, right?
Yeah, but
He
He's
doesn't
a
look
very
right.
different type of tank.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the last deluxe tank I can think of. Big D says Quake will have to go some to outdo the TR version. Oh, Titan's Return. Yeah.
Decent. I didn't love it, but it was decent.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was
it
okay.
is just a retool of Hardhead.
Yeah, but it was fine. He had a nice head at least. So that's something. But yeah, I enjoyed the TR version, the Titan's Return version as well. Yeah, I guess it'll have to be a new mold. I really don't see what else it could be. Voyager animated Motormaster. Oh, I wonder what that could be. Well, he'll have a new head. Otherwise, they're spitting on Derek, I suppose.
Yeah.
So dig. Yeah, not as shocked, but okay, fine. There'll probably be a buzzworthy Toxitron, animated Toxitron, I would guess.
I can't be sorry about that if they did it.
No, I mean, it's fun. Metal Hawk, if you want Metal Hawk again, like over a year later, he's going to be out again.
Oh, here's a warning. Metal Hawk breaks easily in a weird way.
What? How?
Mine, his bottom half of his jaw fell off.
What?
His chin, basically from his chin to his lips, cleaved off one day.
Okay, Mikey, I know that you've seen the image of the gerbil eating the banana, but that doesn't mean you should replicate it with your Metal Hawk.
But yeah, it was I've never seen anything like it. I don't know. I just looked at him and I was looking at him. I haven't picked him up in a few weeks, and I just picked him up and it just like.
I think the most surprising thing is the jaw is a separate piece.
Not.
What? It's not a separate. So there was just a crack in the face, and the jaw fell off somehow.
A crack. There was no crack, and then suddenly it just split right underneath the lip.
Damn. Can you
perfect
hemisphere tonight after the show take a picture of that and put it on Twitter?
Oh no, he's gone. I gave him away.
Oh fuck! I wanted to see a picture of that because that sounds so weird. Who did you pawn off your broken Metal Hawk to?
Oh, some kid I know.
Oh my god. A poor child.
I have many young relatives who don't care.
Oh well, that's fine. Last is Leader Soundwave. All right.
Tall Soundwave.
I assume it's G1 because I don't think they do Prime.
And they don't have anything in front of it. Like it's not like War for Cybertron Prime.
Oh, they didn't even see G1 Soundwave though. Like they did with Prime. It's weird.
Just all Soundwave all the time.
Yeah, that's really big for a Soundwave. Because we know if it's G1, we know exactly how he's going to transform. He's going to transform the same way every G1 Soundwave transforms, practically.
We've had leaders before, but it was like the Titan's Return one.
Yeah, no, that's true as well. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, do we really need a leader Soundwave? This almost sounds like Hasbro needs to make one of the characters. The quintessential characters. Yeah. Kind of idea. I don't know what they do for a leader Soundwave to make him interesting. Unless it's a repaint.
Of?
No, because that's Starscream. Fuck, I thought they might be doing Skyquake. But then I realized, no, it's the Machine Wars is repaint is Starscream.
Yeah.
Shit. Though I would be very, very happy, Mikey. Excruciatingly happy.
Lead a double dealer.
Lead a Soundwave from Machine Wars, because that would mean he would get repainted into Stalker.
Yeah, but like what they do is they get double dealer. They repaint him into Machine Wars Soundwave.
No, I don't want that. I don't want that double dealer because that wasn't a very good mold, right?
No one liked it.
No, I don't want that. No, I'm good. No, go away. Big D says Buzzsaw, Laserbeak, Ravage, Ratbat, and the other dodgeballs given will have a frenzy and rumble. I guess this is who does he come with? You know what would be cool? Slugfest and Overkill. Yeah, they'll never do it. They'll never do it, but that would be more interesting. Excel Hedge says Leader Soundwave is most likely the mass release of the Walmart Earthrise mold with extras. Wasn't that Voyager though?
Yeah, again, maybe it's like they're doing extra, but maybe like Voyager. Oh yeah, that could be it. Voyager Soundwave with the cassettes.
Oh, that would be awful.
People would buy it. People would be very excited to buy it.
I would be annoyed by it personally, but yeah, maybe you're right. Double dealer is fine if you get the hip and knees upgrade. Oh wow, sold. It's a great toy. You just need to fix it. That's fun. We also have the Star Seeker capsules. This is July, so we're going back in time a bit. Deluxe number 1, in quotations 1. Deluxe Road Pig. Road Pig. That was a.
That
repaint.
is a bike that is going to be. I'm guessing the RC bike. It was a G2 toy, I want to say.
Oh, was that? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which RC bike mode?
The Legacy.
Oh fuck again! Jesus.
I would be shocked if it was anything else.
Yeah, but
it could be Prowl, I suppose.
I'd hope it would be different. Actually, isn't the Star Seeker line the repaint line?
In theory.
In theory, okay. Then that would make sense, but be depressing. Lockdown. I think the obvious thing to say is if this is the repaint line, it's going to be the Junkion / lady, whatever her name is, which would make sense. XL Hedge says 1 question mark as in leader 1.
1. A deluxe, but it's pirates. So like the Star Seekers are pirates. So I don't know. No, it wouldn't be leader 1.
Be interesting if it was, but yeah, no, that wouldn't make sense. Flitch.
That's the bird crow lady from RD 2015, and I have no idea.
Air Razor. Kingdom Air Razor.
Oh yeah, or Deluxe Air Razor from Kingdom.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Or like one of the Studio Series ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ooh. Oh yeah, the movie. You mean the really cool movie deluxe one that wasn't used for the movie, right?
Buzzworthy. Not Buzzworthy. The mainline one. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that wasn't the movie design version, which was just
the one that looked better.
Yes, that would be interesting. I'd actually be okay with that. I'd be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. I'd be okay with that. Ferric.
Cyclonus.
Which one's Ferric?
That'll be your Cyclonus repaint.
No. I mean, who is Ferric? I can't think of
he is a Marvel character who got a little bit of prominence because he showed up in Last End of the Wreckers as one of Squadron X.
What did he look like? What was his colors? Do you remember?
Yeah, grey and red, but he also got a BotCon toy there when the Star Seeker set originally came out, where he was a repaint of Deluxe Cyclonus.
He's the Christmas Cyclonus who's red and orange?
Red? No. That's Shattered Glass Hot Rod.
Okay.
He's red face and grey body.
Okay. Now I'm on board. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Leader Thundertron.
That's Leader Thundertron. Yeah. It's weird, but maybe Tigerhawk.
I guess. Yeah.
Like, it would take a fair bit of retooling, but it's not really outside the realm of possibility.
Yeah, because Thundertron's from Cyberverse, isn't he? Is it that guy?
No, it's Prime. No, we just talked about him. It's Pirate Lion again.
Okay, I wasn't sure like what the one from.
You're thinking of the Wolf. You're thinking of Wolf guy. That's a different guy.
What was his name?
Thunder Howl.
All right, my bad. I'm the idiot here.
When you said this name like 20 minutes ago.
Well, I wasn't sure if it's like they shared the same name because, no Transformers share the same name and have completely different designs.
Oh, man. No. But like, there's only so much, like, no. But yeah, no, although I already did think Thundertron
I'd like to hear what your
wolf.
Argument was going to be there.
I give up. I'm too tired. But I would say, like, if they're not going to do a brand new mold, and I just find it weird, they're basically doing Thundertron twice.
Yeah, very weird. I think you're right about using the
Tigerhawk seems like a good one. Yeah,
and potentially would look better than using Leo Prime.
And
super.
You don't need to read too much
twice in 1 year of one character.
Yeah, of all characters.
If this is correct, there might be mistakes here, obviously. Weird. Buzzworthy, official Buzzworthy, Voyager Origins Wheeljack. Oh!
Everyone finally gets their box.
Oh! I never got the Jazz still.
He's still in Big Bang Comics down the road.
How much?
€25, I think.
Yeah, a smelly price on them. They'll never go down. So it's the only other unique mold of the Buzzworthy line. So fantastic.
Yeah. 3.
Yep. I'll be interested to see him. I like the Origins things. I think they're a little bit clunky. Because they're trying to do very antithetical things to their G1 robot designs. But I think for the most part, it's the more interesting stuff. Would have been a better Siege figures, but never mind. Studio series, we have Wave 1 February. Core class, we have MV5 Mohawk. That was one of the stupid ones from
Little
Anthony
Bite Hood.
Hopkins. Yeah. Rumble from MV6. That's the movie 6. Rumble. Who's Rumble?
Rumble isn't in it. Unless he's like a design that I hadn't noticed, but...
Maybe. MV7 Wheeljack. MV7 Scorponok. Scrap Heap. Oh, God. Scrap Heap. Wasn't Scrap Heap... No, Scrap Heap was in the junkyard with Mark Wahlberg and the Dinobots, right? Is that guy? Is that somebody else? You know the one I mean?
Mark Wahlberg, that's 86.
Oh, in 86. Oh, I'm stupid. I'm thinking of the live action 86.
You're thinking of Day Trader.
Is that what it's called? Day Trader. Jesus. Okay, so Scrap Heap, a random junkie on.
I'm just trying to see which one he is. Yeah, he's just going to be the Voyager junkie on with a new head.
Oh, good. Voyager, Fall of Cybertron Starscream.
Cool.
Yeah, the last one we got was... during
2012.
That was the bad years when things went.
That was a very wee little deluxe that came out first as Thundercracker.
Yeah, it wasn't good. So I guess this doesn't have the legacy of the Optimus Prime, Megatron, Soundwave, or Bumblebee to live up to. It's got that Starscream to live up to, so it should be better. Thankfully, Leader Megatron from MV6. So it's just
that's Bumblebee movie Megatron, who we only know exists because of the 3A thing.
Yeah, so it'll just be G1 looking Megatron, but bitty.
It'll be 3A. It'll be like simpler 3A Megatron.
Yeah. Okay, well, fair enough. We've got Wave 2 for the Studio Series, which is Movie 6 Starscream Core Class. Was it
Yay?
That was B, wasn't it? Bumblebee. Okay. Yeah. Deluxe Wolf Cybertron Sideswipe. Okay.
That is another one of the 2012 releases that had a really bad toy.
Yeah, well, 2012. Oof.
Yeah.
Movie 6 Sunstreaker. Did we see him in the movie, or was that more concept art?
I think that might be concept art.
Okay, well, fair enough. Nor from 86. We got one of these.
Nor PR.
Oh, it's
PR
okay.
previous release.
That makes sense. I was going to say I didn't get one, so maybe this is my opportunity. They'll be like 25 quid. Ugh. No, it'd be 28 quid because these Studio Series is something dumb. Movie 6 Soundwave. Oddly enough, I thought we had a Studio Series Bumblebee Soundwave.
I think we might have a core, but I don't think I definitely know we haven't anything like Voyager scale or anything like that.
And then we'll finally, I don't know how many years after the first, after Grimlock came out, we'll finally finish the Dinobots with 86 Swoop. Finally. Who's the leader? Who I'm not surprised at. I know
it's going to be in nearly a year after Snarl.
Jesus Christ. No, I guess that's about on track. I think that's how frequently they did come out. But when
did they start?
A long time ago.
Feels like it. I bet it's not as long as it seems. But
I don't know. I think it'll be like Siege or like Earthrise. No, it must be Earthrise, right?
Let's see. Grimlock. Let's see.
It has to be.
It's definitely been a while. I'm just thinking because it feels like it should be 5 years, but I bet it's not 5 years.
I think it might
be. Studio Series 2021.
Oh, why does it feel like it's been so much further away?
It looks like they've been releasing them basically one every 6 months.
It feels a lot longer. I'm insane.
But it also means like why the delay with Snarl?
I guess.
With Swoop, rather.
Yeah. Well, that's all that. Wave 3, we got 86 Steeljaw. Does that mean we're going to get an 86 blaster at some point? Or do you think this is just to go with the legacy one?
I don't know. I'd say like if we're getting a leader Soundwave.
Oh, yeah. Deluxe Wolf Cybertron Infantry. Ooh. Yep, that's who I want.
Don't know who that could be.
Redo of Barricade, the one that's out now, the one with the giant
maybe.
feet. Maybe. Was it Barricade? Yeah.
Don't remember.
Whatever he's called. Well, the one that is out now. Probably a redo of that. Movie 6 Skywarp. We know it's Starscream, a redo. TF5 Drift.
Red and Black Drift.
Oh, and Deluxe Rise Lifeline. Oh, Rise is the video game. That's right, the new one.
Yeah.
Okay. I had no idea for that.
Presumably, Lifeline's. I think Lifeline is like the repaint of one of the repaints of RC. The Paradron Medic. It's another name for the Paradron Medic. I think so.
All right.
I might be wrong about that. But.
Yeah, I'll roll with it. In December of 2024, over a year away at this point, we got movie 6 Frenzy, Deluxe HM.
New, yeah, it looks like there's going to be 2 new sublines anyway.
HM Megatron. What do you think HM? Anybody in chat? HM.
The only thing I can think of is Headmasters, but Megatron ain't in Headmasters.
Oh, what if it's Humongous Mammaries Megatron?
Maybe. Oh, what if it is Headmasters Megatron, but it's the US release of Mayor Megatron?
Mikey just ignores what I suggested. I didn't hear that.
I suggested something better.
I don't know, because what if this is like the Bishojo action figure version?
All I'm going to ask you, Andy, right now, would you rather have Humongous Memories Megatron, or would you rather have Mayor Megatron as a Headmaster with a little tie?
Ooh.
Andy's natural instincts for boobs are fighting his natural instinct for good, effective political leadership in mayoral circles.
Yeah, but Booba though. Booba though.
He's got a tie.
He does have a tie. I think I'd have logically, I'd have to go with that. XL Head says High Moon.
You'd go with boobs. Logically, you'd go with boobs.
No, logically, I'd go with the Mayor Megatron. Logically.
High Moon. Oh, that could be Fall of Cybertron Megatron.
Then why is it not listed as FC?
Maybe they're dumping the gamer thing.
But then they'd make him a deluxe.
Mm.
That'd be a weird step if they did that, because the War for Cybertron Megatron is a Voyager, right? I'm not crazy. So then they make this one, which could be, let's say, for argument's sake, High Moon or Fall of Cybertron Megatron, and they make him into a deluxe figure? That seems like an odd choice, at least to me. I don't know. Deluxe Next Gen Bumblebee.
Not a clue.
Is that the 90s series that I can't remember, where Bumblebee gets his own journey adventure into the 90s as a radical dude?
Bumblebee Extreme!
Whoa, time to fight these polluting people with power of radicalness. He's got glasses and shades.
Wow, time to talk to you about the dangers of pollution. Stay with me for 5 minutes after the show airs, where we talk about pollution.
It's my favorite thing. I don't know.
My favorite thing from that era is Captain Planet's AIDS episode.
I do not remember Captain Planet well. I remember watching it a bit, but I do not remember most of the show.
Neither do I, but I remember that.
You remember AIDS?
Captain Planet has an episode about going like a basketball player who has AIDS in the middle of the AIDS, the AIDS scare in the 90s.
I've seen the clip of that. And
everyone's afraid to touch him and everything else. And then at the end, the message is like, remember, you can kiss someone with AIDS and not get it. And that is true. But it's really creepy that this really poorly put together show with some weirdly high name voice actors in it, like Jeff Goldblum, in a post Jurassic Park world, Jeff Goldblum as well, I think. And it's just like, I don't feel like you're qualified to give me the facts about AIDS transmission, sir.
Is this the one where like the coach comes up to the kid and he's talking to him and he goes, if they've got a problem with you, they've got a problem with me. And I'm like, so you're going to beat up children?
Yep.
Okay. I mean, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, fair enough. Rock and roll.
Yep.
I don't know what Next Generation Bumblebee could be, but we do have Voyager Fall of Cybertron Ratchet, who will be subsequently done into I-9.
I'm literally looking up the name of the episode. Hang on.
Captain Planet gets AIDS. And then
Rain. I love the names of these things. Let's see. Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. Drugs are bad. There's so many episodes about drugs being bad. Wow. We're on to series 4 of Captain Planet as I'm looking at this. Okay. A formula for hate. Verminous scum spreads lies saying HIV is super contagious and can be spread by casual contact, causing the town to ostracize a HIV positive young man.
How many are there?
Episodes of Captain Planet.
No. How many young men with AIDS are in that town?
Considering it was a 90s show and the general consensus in the 90s that it was like, oh, only gay people got AIDS, at least 2, based on how the show would have been made.
It's the way that you phrased it, like there's like 50% of the men are going, uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well, like, I remember that was the plot. Like, everyone was just like, no, don't touch him. Don't touch him.
No, I mean, like, the 50% of the people in that town already had AIDS. Not that they were scared of it. They just had it. It's like, oh, wow.
But you know what's interesting? Like, that, considering it's, it's the 90s at a time where, yes, people were also slightly considered, like, can you catch being gay by touching people? So it's a double message show. Because remember, HIV was the gay disease at the time.
That's true.
The 90s were weird.
They should have had, like, for the message where, like, like the kids are like behind the school cutting the hands and like doing the blood oath thing where they clasp bloody hands together. It's like, can we do this?
God.
No. Can we play hooky mouth where we spit in each other's mouths? Yes, but you still should do that. But you won't get AIDS from that. You'll just get a lot of weird looks from people. Can we drink each other's blood? You probably shouldn't do that either, kids. What's wrong with this fucking town? Jesus Christ. Oh my God. The last one of December 2024 is Springer. Yay! 86 Springer. I think that has to be better than Siege Springer, who was the last Springer we got and was shit.
He weren't great.
He was shit. At least I think he was shit. Big D says, Andy, just get one of the KO multi-packs 30 to 40 pounds from either downsize or oversized Sharkticons. Sounds expensive. Are they really based off the studio? Who made them? Are they on like Shozy, Big D? I haven't seen them. I might do that.
I don't know.
Potentially. I think that's all of the rumors then, unless you said all of the other lists that we had were ones that we've already talked about, right?
Yeah.
So out of the list then, young Mikey, what stood out for you as like, ooh, that might be a toy I'd like to buy next year? In theory, if it's not 25 euros or 40 euros, however much they are.
A million squillion. So, in order, Kid, I think Tasmanian Kid could be interesting.
Oh, okay.
I prefer Swinblade because I've just had enough of the Prowler right now. Maybe not the Voyager Thundertron, but definitely the Leader, if it's any good.
I mean, assuming that those are right, and it is still meant to be Thundertron. I can't. What's that going to be?
Thunder. There's no other Thundertron. There's one Thundertron.
I know. It's so weird, though, to do 2 Thundertrons in 1 year.
That is really weird, but they're doing like 15 Optimuses this time around.
Yeah, but that's Optimus Prime. They always do Primes.
Animated Prime, I think, would probably be on keeping an eye out for. Maybe before Silverbolt. I'd have to see it first.
Yeah.
Nothing really from Wave 3, Wave 4, Slipstream.
You don't want Rock 3?
Rock 3. No,
what about Core Rock 3?
Slipstream could be interesting depending how good.
Actually, do you not want the Leader Armada Galvatron?
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Every time I was kind of interested in that, and then everyone kind of went, it's all right. I'm just like, do I want to spend money on all right?
Well, I think you do when it's on sale. I don't think you want to do when it's full price.
I generally like the capsules a lot, so I'll probably see how they turn out. Studio Series, nothing really major leaping out for me in Studio Series. Again, maybe they'll bring out something and I'll be like, oh wow, this looks really good. But yeah, so what about you, Andy?
In terms of things, I don't know. It all depends on how they look. Tiger Hawk could be fun, but not full price. Like when I say these are ones I could be interested in, obviously not at full price when they're on sale. Again, like you said, Silverbolt could be quite interesting. I want to see what the Cybertron Hotshot is. If it's the car, I'd be more interested than the armored up car, but I, again, would have to see. I'm shocked about how many re-releases of figures that have came out are coming out this year again. Some of them.
There's definitely an element of filling out the capsules, filling out the we need to have X number of toys this round. So
it's weird. Like I get Strong Arm because that's it's out now, but we've got the weird ones like like the Sharkticon, and I think there was another one that they mentioned where I was like, I'm actually pretty interested in Filch potentially.
If it is the Air Razor.
That's what it depends on. Same for the lockdown. Well, we know what lockdown's going to be. But it depends how he comes out, because that could be quite fun. I like lockdown, and I think that mold looked quite interesting anyway. And I didn't really want to get the girl version, because I didn't really like the color scheme on it. I thought it was kind of lame. It was just purple and blue. It's like so this would be a bit more of an interesting color scheme for me. Green, black, and red. Yes, please. Leader wise, maybe Springer. Maybe again, I'm not sure. I don't know. There are a few next year that again could be interesting. I really want to see what the Rock Lord things are going to be as well.
That I'm definitely very curious about.
Like, how do they even work? Like, do they have the gimmick like you said, or are they just going for something else?
You got to roll with it. That's the important thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Right, I think that's all of these things we've done. Probably should be wrapping up the show. So I'll ask Mikey. What, Mikey, have you done this week? What have you done for fun, son?
What have I done for fun?
Yeah, what have you done?
I have a list here somewhere. There we go.
Oh my god.
I was in Dublin day before yesterday, and basically just like I wanted to get out for a while, and I was just like, I'm just going to go around the nerd shops and just see if there's anything there. And there wasn't much, and then I wandered into Toy Master of all places, and I was just like, they never get anything.
Jesus.
We have a Toy Master straight into the thing. There's still like a few spread out. There's a couple in Ireland. There's a couple in England still. Like I know there's one in the Isle of Wight still. But and they had a few things I was not expecting.
Oh.
They had like the Top Gun Transformer, the Top Gun jet thing, which is bizarre to see. Bizarre to see in real life.
They look better in person.
As a jet.
Oh.
I only saw the jet, so yeah, jet looks fine.
All right.
But that was like, okay. And then they had like a bunch. They had some Kingdom stuff. Like they still have the fossilizers. And they had some Earthrise stuff. And they had the Beast Wars reissues.
Oh.
The original, which was so strange. I've never seen those in the shop outside of Forbidden Planet.
Were they full price or were they on sale?
They were €10.
Okay, that's okay. Because they came out at stupid prices.
Oh yeah, no, they came out at like 30 or something like that. Which is nuts. But like I was kind of like, one, they're here, and two, that's a really good price. So I just bought one. I bought the K9 just for the fuck of it.
Have you had that mold before?
Nope, first time.
Okay. Right.
So you can definitely feel it's got like made on a lower budget in terms of materials vibe to it.
Yeah. Lower than the original release, I'd say.
Yeah, the pearlescent. It's got a lot of pearlescent white, and that plastic definitely feels of a somewhat lower quality. Overall, though, like it's quite a fun transformation and quite a fun figure. I haven't touched an older figure in a good long while. So it's just nice to have a go. They also very, very strangely had more of those Dungeons and Dragons dicelings.
Oh, did you get your box, dude? Your mimic?
No, the mimic's brand new. So I think it's going to take a while. They had every mold bar the displacer and the box dude. So they had the owlbear, they had the beholder, which is the eye, and they had a dragon. In this case, they had the black dragon. Now, I have been listening to a podcast called NADPod, which is a live play D&D one, which is very funny. I honestly highly recommend it. Even if you're not into D&D, I highly recommend it. Also, it's got a really good story, and it's actually like pretty, like there's emotional moments to it. They do live shows, and I definitely go to one. It's that good, you know. And they had a character in it recently called Big Bev. Big Bev is a 5-foot nothing elf who's secretly a fully grown adult black dragon.
Okay.
Who is awesome. I love Big Bev. Big Bev is an amazing character. And they had the black dragon. I was just like, I'm going to buy myself a Big Bev. So I bought a Big Bev. Now, Big Bev here was one of the first molds to come out in Diceling. And it does feel it. Like, basically, transformation is the wings are curled up all around his body. And then the tail is curled up in front. So all you do to transform him is you open him. You open him up, the wings spread out, there are the dice bits, the tail is dice bits, you rotate the chest over a bit to make him a bit more even, and then you pull down the legs and the head. That's it. However, the transformation, so like early engineering and these things, for what I understand, the beholder is kind of the same. It's just like, yeah, no, it's a transformation in the same way lots of things are transformations if we say they are.
Yeah.
But the dragon is really nice.
How nice?
Like, very nice. Very, very nice. Like, the jointing in the wing, because of how the transformation works, is excellent. They're super expressive. Like, good, solid, multi-jointed articulation in all four limbs. The tail has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 segments, most of which have some form of rotation in them. The head's on a really nice neck joint that's got swivel. It's got both swivel in the neck and it's got like a ball jointed head, and like really nice like aesthetics in the horns and the jaw work. Like, as a little dragon toy, this is honestly brilliant. Way better. Like, the owlbear is a better engineered dice, but it's a worse figure.
What makes it a worse figure exactly, would you say?
Because once you get the because it's made about the dice. They're both made around the dice, but the different one is like the owlbear is just like all the engineering is to get a bear into a dice.
Right.
And and in this case it resulted in a bear that's kind of really awkward in posing. Like, his arms are really hard to use. It's hard to get anything out of his feet or anything like that. The dragon, they basically, because of how the transformation works, they basically had a lot more freedom. They use it. So you end up with this quite poseable dragon, perfectly capable of being bipedal or walking on 2 legs. Like, because of how the dragon works, it's just basically he curls up. They have a lot more freedom in the actual dragon. So I'm curious with stuff like because I've handled the Displacer Beast, and that's kind of along the owlbear line. Okay. But I'm very curious about the Mimic, because the Mimic doesn't have to move.
And yeah, and didn't you? I think you've said before, like, the Mimic's the best regarded out of all of them, right?
Mimic is very, very well regarded. So I definitely do want to pick that up at some point.
In the future, Mikey.
In the future. I don't want to be like every figure complete on this line, but I would not be sad to be mold complete.
What if you get every figure if they were on sale? Would you do it then, or is it still not? Even if they were on sale, would you not be interested?
Not every figure, but I would get multiple. Like, I would get all the dragons.
Okay.
And
okay, Joey Wheeler.
Joey never got all the dragons. He got one dragon.
He really liked the black eyes, red eyes, black dragon.
It was a better design. It's a better design than the blue eyes. The blue eyes are weird looking, but yeah, like, I'm just fiddling with the dragon now, and
no,
it's just like,
that's
this
a lie.
Is so expressive.
He also had baby dragon, didn't he?
Oh yeah, and that became Thousand Dragon, and we're
that's
so
right.
old.
Yeah.
That's when you could. That's when you could play D&D. D&D. That's when you could play Yu-Gi-Oh! And you can just like, I drop a card. Okay, I drop a card. Not spend like, I drop a card. Okay, I'm now going to spend 20 minutes of your time fusing and unfusing, and then I win.
Ugh, yes, nothing happens. You don't play the game anymore. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't played it, but I hear that same thing as well.
I have. And I was really frustrated.
I just want to play. No, it's my turn.
Yeah, so that's really nice. Also, this wasn't for me. This was for the girlfriend. I got Earthrise RC because she said, quote, I want an RC. And I said, there's not that many out right now. Okay, send me a picture of one. Okay, that'll do. She just wants an RC.
Earthrise. Okay.
Earthrise, the one with the one that is basically a backpack.
Because I thought that's the Kingdom one, right? As well.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not a serious relationship. I see. I see. Okay, that's fine. Because that should be on like hard sale at this point, right?
Oh no, I got it for dinner.
Oh God! Oh no, Mikey! No!
Yeah. Here's the thing. The RC itself, actually not a bad little action figure. Good posability. Like, the base robot mold looks good. It's just like, who okayed this transformation?
You like her feet? Or the back of her feet, I should say.
You mean her feet that exist solely because of her ridiculous backpack?
No, it's a design choice because of a ridiculous backpack.
Yeah, and then people tried to justify it. I always felt sorry for anyone who was trying to say listen, I mean, it's not a bad toy. It was a bad toy, just because it was a bad toy that we got twice. And
didn't we get it more than
in
that?
my mind, No, because the Studio Series 1 is a retool of the Generations one.
Of course.
Like I've always said, like in my mind, like the Generations one is the best one. It just is.
Wasn't perfect.
It's just
but
like,
it was one bad.
It just, this is one of those things. It's just like nostalgia. Maybe trying to make an RC based off a design that never existed physically, that was always really hard. Maybe you could just make a new design for her.
No.
Maybe you could just make a different looking RC.
No.
Instead of basically like going like, she's a backpack, and now like
they did make a different design, Mikey. It was the Prime one.
I like the Prime one. That's a good toy.
It is. It's not
and
the one
then
we got, though.
Oh, how are we going to compensate for all the backpack kibble? Well, you can take it off, and she can stand in it.
Oh yeah. She can use as a floaty surfboard thing, right? Like a sky surf, if you remember that show.
Can she use it as like a shield?
No. Why would she do that?
That would make some vague sense.
No, she rides it, Mikey.
Yeah. So as a toy, as an action figure, decent. As a transformer, what the fuck? And it's not even like trying to get, like, you do nothing with the robot. You literally do nothing with the robot. But like, it's not just that. It's like trying to get it into that mode, like trying to get it into the vehicle mode, like is actually really uncomfortable because the clearance on the backpack as you're unfolding it is bad.
Really?
It's quite bad.
Is everything just bumping off of each other or something?
Yeah, and it's not comfortable, and the girlfriend doesn't do Transformers, so I'm very curious to see how annoyed she's going to get.
Oh. You think it'll be that bad?
I think she's going to get frustrated.
Okay. What you should do every time she gets frustrated, make sure that you have the box and you point to the age on it, and it's like 8+ or something. You're like, well, if an 8-year-old can do it.
I'll sit there with my dragon going like, he turns into a dice.
Look at him roll.
he's not weighted properly for a game. He's silly.
Actually,
silly.
If you roll him, what number usually pops up?
Let's find out. He's going to fall apart now as they do this.
Oh no!
Dead. 8. Yeah, something came loose.
Oh god.
That's 13.
That's not a good roll, to be fair, because he's a big-sided dice, right? Got more than 6.
So 18, 13. Okay. 6. So which is
6. That's not great.
8's close to a nat 20.
Yeah.
Ooh. 17. 17's the highest one I've gotten.
Yeah.
It
could be better.
So yeah. The rest of stuff I did, I have a little list of note anyway.
Stuff?
Just work back to work, so a lot of that shit. Where did I put that? So yeah, I watched so I watched this a few weeks ago, but I don't know if I mentioned it. So the guy who did Dinosauria did a
Dinosauria.
Dinosauria. So it's a series of 4 or 5 animated shorts of like dinosaurs, daily life. It's really pretty, really pretty. Yeah, daily life.
Then I go to
daily
the store and I eat a tree, and then I get chased by a carnivore. Then I die.
Yeah, basically. That's basically it. But yeah, it was really popular, like super popular. The animation style is quite interesting. And the guy who did it, he's now using a lot of the same assets, but he's also doing a new thing, which is a high fantasy thing called Sauria, which is humanoid dinosaurs. And like in a high fantasy setting. So he's doing 3 standalone stories. And he released the first one, which is Sauria, which is war between big, chunky, Tyrannosaurus-esque people and sort of feather-antlered raptor-y thing people who are like the first one is like barbarian, like Conan. They're like dinosaur Conan, but the other one's like, we're civilized. And basically the big war chief gets captured and he's being put in, and one of his like subordinates tries to free him, and we find out he's actually let himself get captured because he grew up with a specific pet dinosaur, and that dinosaur got killed in war, and he got really mad, so he surrendered himself, with the idea being like, well, these guys are obsessed with fair play. Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to go into this gladiatorial combat. Yeah, and they're going to send all their best fighters after me. Yeah, they're going to kill you. No, they're not. And it's just him slaughtering all the best, because he's like a T-Rexy thing and they're like little raptors.
All right.
And he's just like, yeah, I'm going to stay in here until I either die or kill everyone that matters in their army. And that's the end.
Oh.
It's actually worth watching. Like, it's quite well animated. It's not. I think the writing could be better. I
How
definitely
long is
think
each
some of them.
episode? Is it like a full cartoon show?
7 minutes.
Okay, so they're quick ones. They're in and out.
Yeah. It's his first time doing something with dialogue, and it does show. Especially since he's doing all the he's doing all the acting for it. But it looks brilliant. The fights, there's a couple of fights in them. They're pretty well done, and I think it makes me intrigued about the world. I'm very curious to see. He's doing 2 more, and like the theme of this one was war. The next one's theme is ice, and the last one's theme is magic. Because you can't have sword and sorcery without sorcery.
No, yeah.
Then it's just sword.
Question from Axel Hedge. Girlfriend wants RC and you didn't give her Nicey or flame toys. Ooh, good point.
She has seen them and she's not happy about it.
Why not?
Quotes, their boobs are almost as big as mine.
So what, is it a jealousy thing? Or?
I know, I think she feels threatened, to be honest. But
yeah.
I also, like, there's no way she's doing flame toys. Like, if she's going to struggle with this at RC, she ain't doing a model kit.
Doesn't try. What do you mean I have to build it?
What? Yeah, no, just me standing over. You will build.
Build. You will build, and I will come.
Build her shapely buttocks.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, clip.
Have you got RC yet, actually? Flame toys.
She's on pre-order, but she's not in stock yet.
Okay, but she is out. Okay, because I was sure she was.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen her in I saw her at TF Nation, but I had to pre-order, so like. But yeah, clip the tiny nubs off her shapely buttocks.
Yes.
Now push it in till you hear the click.
Who's the next?
Why are you talking like this? Our Black Arachnia.
Oh, of course. We haven't seen the protos of it yet, though, have we?
No, we've seen the design sketches, but not the protos. But yeah, I also King Oger started chapter 2. Which had
after the time skip, right?
After time skip, so tier time skip, everyone looks a bit different. It's mostly story based, so like there's a thing where like all the other kings are in prison now, except Red. We find out why at the end, and it's fucking hilarious. One is in prison, like basically one's in prison because he monopolized all the electricity, but while trying to make a big tower. One's in prison because she was trying to have a celebration and launched a 1,000 megaton firework.
Okay.
And one's in prison because he had a crop utility thing that was, quote, anti-human.
Okay.
And the fourth one's in prison because she has to take mandatory vacation days. So these count as her vacation days.
Okay.
Okay, so it's also like basically like, oh yeah, one of the kingdoms is completely wiped out and they're all dead.
Would you say that the story, granted it's still early in the story, would you say it's still, going strong for the most part?
Yes, it's introduced a new villain who is giving me Evolt vibes.
Oh, that's not bad.
Not bad. I mean, not the same kind of like character type, but like what he represents. Right. Basically, there was war, and now Cthulhu.
As you do.
Which is what I say build is. So it's like, because this guy is like, he's of a scale I don't think you've really seen in Sentai.
Okay. That's
He's a universal big deal.
Ooh, like Lord Zed.
Yeah, and he seems to be like initially, like if you look at the design, it's kind of like this weird morphed thing. It's like it's got a bird beak and everything else. But if you pause it and zoom in his head, there's a see-through cap. And if you pause it, it looks like there's a tiny little beetle with a cape piloting this body.
So is the idea like he's an alien from like the Men in Black movies? They're piloting little robots. Or big robots.
I either that or someone is just having a lot of fun with the aesthetics.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it's just set up for the new stuff. So there's just a fight. He completely no-sells literally everything they put at him to a level you generally don't get in Sentai again. But yeah, like they're doing a crossover with Kyoryuger in a couple of months with a new DX Kyoryuger toy with like full posability. which is also compatible with King Oger.
I saw images of that, and that just seems like antithetical to everything Sentai's done for years. And haven't we heard for the same amount of years, like, oh, we can't do posability figures because the adult fans or the fans generally don't want posable figures.
Well, now
they do now.
But like of all, like I'm very happy because like as I said, like the last Sentai I was really into was Kyoryuger. And now it's like here's King Oger, which I really like. Okay, and they're doing a crossover, with Kyoryuger. Okay, and also they're bringing out just a full DX toy of Kyoryugen, which you can then combine with your King Oger to do like new gimmicky stuff there.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Can we have Teraidino as well, please?
Which one was Teraidino?
The Gold Rangers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll be down with that.
The rocking Gold Ranger with all the electricity.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. I remember that. I love the Zords in that. They were so fucking bizarre. But and like Kiri Red's getting an upgrade, which is just basically the King Oger bodysuit, but with like Kyoryuger stuff on top of it. Which is fine. It's not like exciting in and of itself, but I'm looking forward to seeing King back. I suppose, King. Oh God!
How old will he be at this point?
God, he's going to be older. These guys, but I'm going to like it because it's going to be like we're kings. Yeah, no, I'm king. What? No, I'm king. Like this is my country now. I no, it's not. Yeah, it is. I brought a T-Rex. What do you bring? Oh, a butterfly.
That's cute.
Yeah, that's the thing. He'd be like, "Oh, that's adorable."
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. But yeah. Okay, this wasn't supposed to be the big thing, and now I think it's the big thing this week. I watched the young ones. I watched the young ones. The One Piece live action series I watched last night.
Yeah, I actually hear not too bad things about it. I don't hear it's like no one goes, it's fucking amazing. They just go, yeah,
it's not.
It's
amazing.
It's better than any other live adaptation of anime.
It's not just that. It's just kind of a good show.
I hear though it still has the problem of like it's very kind of in your face about it probably would just look better if it was anime.
Well, no, that's not what I mean.
No?
Like, that because it is very closely following the original anime arc.
I just mean it looks weird because like you have these overblown characters and
no. That's what I think you have to have now. Like watching this makes me think like I don't think you should do anime adaptations that don't look like this.
Okay.
If you are,
I don't
like,
think you should do it. But I get. What
yeah, like I'm not. But like I think that's the way I would put it. Right. I've said this before. Like a lot of adaptations are embarrassed by their source material. They try to change it. They try to change the looks. We've seen it since superhero stuff since the early 2000s. And before, Cowboy Bebop, for some bizarre reason, basically kind of hated its source material.
Yeah.
Ghost in Shell, Death Note, they were all really embarrassed to be what they are. One Piece has no embarrassment. One Piece says it is One Piece. I am One Piece, but with live action actors and a bit more blood for the early arcs, because like Zoro chops a dude in half. But like, and a bit more like modern writing style and everything else. But I am One Piece, and like, it's just like the people making this obviously do think that One Piece is cool, which is so different. Like I said, like it's not like that. People try to tell me like the Power Rangers movie. Oh, it's like it's got that moment where the Power Rangers theme kicks off. Yeah, but the mammoth is running backwards.
Which Power Rangers movie? Sorry,
the 2017 one.
Oh, yeah, that was embarrassed by itself. Yeah.
Yeah, it's embarrassed because the mammoth's running backwards with its 6 legs. Because we can't enjoy this moment. We can't enjoy the nostalgia of this moment, the campiness of this moment. We have to don't take it seriously. This is just like, this is just like sincere. Performances are largely good. There's a lot of new stuff added. Now, I don't remember, these arcs were like this was like from the 1999 anime kind of stuff. But overall, the story is... it's that early One Piece arc, which was, I think, a little bit better in some ways than some later ones. I'm so far behind on One Piece, I couldn't tell you, like, what if modern... For all I know, modern writing is, like, phenomenal. But The acting is very good. I think overall there's some bad ones. I think Usopp's not great, and I think sometimes
Luffy's
Luffy's
annoying though. Do you think it's his acting that's bad, or do you think he's just annoying? Because if he's annoying, he's on point.
He's not annoying. I just feel like they didn't know what to do with him.
Okay.
Sanji's very good. And Zoro's very good. Nami has probably the big emotional center of it. And Luffy is more intelligent and relatable than regular Luffy. Okay. He's still Luffy, but it's like, what if Luffy had a mind?
Is he Luffy then?
Yes, because he's still an idiot. Okay. It's just like he has functional empathy. They've bulked up like his grandfather stuff a lot. They bulked up that little Marine Boy stuff. I
don't know what that is, to be honest. But
they've got one character, Mihawk, who's got a lot more to do, and he's like probably my favorite element of it.
Is that the guy with a weird mustache?
Mustache and big sword.
Yeah, I think I know him visually.
I remember him from back in the day. He did very little. He just kind of showed up, beat up Zoro, and left. And he had I'd watched a couple of hundred episodes of One Piece back in the day, and I don't think he'd shown up again.
XL Hedge says, I highly recommend Mikey tries watching Murder Drones on YouTube. Post-apocalyptic vampiric robots.
I do watch Murder Drones.
Oh, there you go.
It's good, but it has a problem with narrative structure in that it's kind of hard sometimes to follow where things go from episode to episode. They also do a fun thing in this show with the bounty posters, which is like when a character shows up, their bounty shows up in front of them, and then the character interacts with the paper that just flew across the CGI paper that just flew across in front of their face.
Right.
So like one guy just pulls it out of the screen and just throws it away, another cuts it, another eats it. Like, it's just fun thing. It's like, oh, for that second, like, because it's an anime world, a piece of paper literally just flew in front of your face, like, showed a bounty, and you went, no, I'm not having that. It's supposed to have a bigger budget than a Game of Thrones episode, and I do not see it. It's a lot of practical effects.
Well, that's good.
Which is very much for its benefit, but it's got CG elements, and most of them work okay, but a lot of them don't.
Right.
There's one scene with just dolphins jumping over water, and that looks very bad.
Is this just like they're implemented badly, or what?
It's
exactly?
just the integration in the scene is bad, and like the movement, like it doesn't look well made. But like it's got I think Netflix Germany was the one who confirmed it. It's got an 18 million budget per episode.
God damn. Maybe that's the licensing fee.
The Mandalorian has a 15 million budget per episode.
Well, they're both shit. Well, I mean, I can't say about the Luffy thing. I can say Mandalorian shit. Then.
I enjoyed it. I would watch a season 2.
Oh,
however,
are you a convert? Are you now a One Pieceer? I don't know if that's the term.
A One Pep. I've been enjoying watching people in One Piece fandom like project their personal One Piece theories onto this show like they're fact. But one thing I would be very concerned with, like, I'm kind of concerned this will stay good.
Oh my god! Why is that concern? That should be a good thing.
Yes, but it's it is tied so closely into the original material, right? And they get up to the Arlong arc, which is Fish Shark Fishman, which is chapters 69 to 95.
I didn't think I saw an image of him, and I didn't think, they were able to convert him into real life very well, just because he's got such an anime look to him, if you know what I mean.
He works better in motion and with the voice. I think the voice kind of sells him.
I just mean he's small and he has a silly nose.
Oh no, he's quite big.
No, he's not anime big, is what I mean.
Oh no, like he's not like an extra 3 feet above everyone.
I'm not saying like he's like a really weak looking dude. I'm just saying like compared to his anime form, he's small. Yeah.
But like in the anime, it's episode 31 to 44 and manga chapters 69 to 95, right?
Okay.
The manga is currently on. Let's see. Manga is currently on this week. In fact, today, going by this, chapter 1091. And the anime, as of today, again, episode 1074.
Okay.
Call me crazy, but don't necessarily think this show will survive long enough to make a full adaptation of One Piece. Even if One Piece is in its final arc, which is what they're calling it now. They're calling it the final arc.
I mean, there's just no way, because like it's so like One Piece is so big. It's so big.
Yeah, so either they're going to have to come up with a TV original ending, or it'll get cancelled just mid thing.
I could imagine it more get like the cancel kind of effect. Like they get up to a point and they're like, and then we'll go on our journeys, and that's kind of how they'll leave it. See you in the future, kids.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things to me that's just like, it's a classic shonen problem of either it won't stop, it just goes and 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 goes.
Are you saying like Bleach?
Or even worse, you're enjoying it. And while the original material is going off, it's not feasible to keep the thing going, and it get cancelled early, so you don't get a satisfying ending, which means it's so hard to recommend. Like, oh, this show is really good, except it has no ending.
Yeah,
which is less of a thing these days because they usually try and like fiddle things a little bit. But
I mean, if the budget on it is so high, it's probably not going to last. Unless it's doing like really big numbers, it can't last too long just because of how much money it's costing them as a company, right? Surely.
Yeah, like either it has to be making big bucks.
Yeah.
And I know it's the top thing on Netflix this week, but what will be the top thing next week?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a weird one. But yeah, I don't want to get into this again because it will trick me into trying to watch One Piece again.
Well, I hear Bleach is back, and I saw a lot of people saying how good Bleach was.
Yeah, but those people said it was good when it was in the middle of that stupid fucking arc anyway. No power on Earth. No power on Earth or hell will ever get me watching fucking Bleach again, because fuck that show.
I just can't do those kind of shows anymore. They hurt.
Like, once something gets to such a big thing, and you just like, I know that because of the nature of the manga like market in Japan, you kind of need to try and be making shows like, I'm going to introduce these things and then I need to just try and drag it out as long as fucking possible. Yeah. I get it. I honest to God get it. But so many shows have had their story killed for me. Because like the Mihawk thing, like that happened in the late 1990s.
Oh God!
and as far as I know, they've only barely come back to it, like in passing.
Jesus Christ!
Like
Jason Bourne.
In 20 years, and it's like, God. Here's a fundamental aspect of this character: I must beat this person in a fight.
Yeah. Well, we'll be back to it in a few years' time. What are you talking about?
Time's relative.
Just have to wait, So
yeah, it's I'm actually just curious, like Arlong, like, okay, so basically they adapt all of the first saga, which is like the first arc, but like,
do they have the Fox Kids rap, the 4 Kids rap?
No, but I've had it in my head all day.
Yeah,
yo. Dreaming, don't keep lovely free.
Dreaming.
You know what I want to know? How the fuck are they going to do Chopper?
He has to be CGI, right? Or like a small person with like fur just awkwardly stuck to his face.
Well, like they had because One Piece has like random things like, here's a normal looking person, but he's like a goat. And like they had that. They had practical effects of people in a goat head with like goat horns and like goat fur. But like Chopper is like
he's small.
And he's not a human with animal features. He's an animal with human features.
Yeah.
So like,
I don't know, man. Obviously, I'm not too fussed, but interesting.
I'd say if you ever get the chance, I wouldn't go seeking it if you're you. I would never go seeking it. But if you ever get to just like, cool, I've got the opportunity, I might as well.
I've never been a fan of One Piece. I watched it once on Fox Kids, and I was like, you know what? That's enough. And if I'm gonna watch a show, it's not gonna be a live action adaptation of it. It's just not.
I've seen clips and stuff because of recent, because obviously now my search is all going like, yeah, like check the clips. But it looks like the actual like action budget for the show has skyrocketed.
Oh God. Well, yeah, the fights get more intense as the show as the manga goes on, right? So
yeah, but
makes sense.
I would say it's worth looking at a recent fight scene just to see clearly like some money has come in like in the last few years in some shape or form, because it visually it is insane. Like it's kind of bizarre. So yeah. Interesting times.
All right.
What did you get up to, Andy?
I finished Earthspark. Because of how late it's gone, I'm going to save that for another podcast. I'll probably do a Patreon show for that. I have been dry brushing and setting up painting for some of my Warhammer figures, and that obviously takes a long time getting the dry brushing done and looking nice. Haven't done anything else. I finished watching Vinland Saga Season 2. It was like watching Bleach. It was very slow. It's 24 episodes. I think you could cut that season down by half and have the same amount of content in it. It was very, very slow. But visually it's nice. It's Mappa doing it, so it looked great, but fuck me, the pacing was awful, I found. I've restarted watching Armada again because of Earthspark. I would describe Armada as a very stereotypical Japanese anime with bad English dubbing. That is one of the worst shows, at least in Transformers, to not stay on model. They do not stay on model for more than the first episode. If it's a sequence, like a pre-done sequence, they're not on model. They're never on model. It's horrifying how off model constantly they are. Can't even get
Well, I know it was a really rushed production.
It looks
and I know like the Japanese version it's not like a major difference.
Yeah.
But they have they did have more time basically, so they did like do improvements. From what I understand, it's kind of like Dragon Ball Super, the TV version, versus Dragon Ball Super, the Blu-ray version.
Right, I get you. I imagine the dialogue would work better in the Japanese version as well, because watching the English one, there's definitely like a weird cadence that you usually get to how dialogue is said, just because obviously it's primarily a Japanese voice or a Japanese lip flaps, and then the English person tries to fill it with words somewhat similar to what they're trying to convey. It's like, oh dear. I'm doing it primarily because I'm looking forward to seeing the Unicron stuff again, because I remember that being quite fun. Anything else I've been up to that's really of note and interest? No, just playing more Darkest Dungeon on stream. That's still very good. Still a lot of fun. And that's been about it, young Mikey. That's been
excellent.
I think I watched stuff on. Yeah, I'm trying to think if I rewatched The Prestige again on Amazon. That's the other thing I did, and that's a very good movie. I like The Prestige. It's fun. It's an interesting little film. But that's us done. We're going to have to wrap up for this week, everybody. No questions, because it is later than usual, and I've got stuff to do. So, Mikey, where can people find you online, on the interweb?
You can find me on Twitter on Irish Paleo, on Moonbase 2, and on Facebook and Libsyn and everywhere else. And if you want to email us, it's moonbase2@gmail.com. Please do. What about you, Andy?
You can find me on Twitter and Twitch as Decayed Andy, Rotten Flesh, Corpse of a Human Being. Find us on Moonbase 2 on YouTube, Facebook, Libsyn, iTunes. On YouTube as Moonbase 2 Transformers Podcast. You can also go to ccbunker.weebly.com and patreon.com/moonbase2. And if you help us out with $2 each month, it'd be much appreciated. And you get shows that way when we're able to do them. And yeah, I will try and get around and voice my opinions on why I fucking hate Earthspark aggressively. Aggressively hate it. Aggressively hate it. I was annoyed by the end of the show. Annoyed. So... thanks, everybody, for coming on by. Remember, if you want to catch us live, 8 o'clock in the evening UK time on YouTube and on Twitch. Until next week, thanks for coming by, everybody. Hopefully there's something to talk about. If there's not, might give Mikey the time off, and I'll be doing a conversation on Generation 1 toys. We'll see how it goes. Maybe there'll be some cool news next week. Maybe there won't.
Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye, everybody. Yeah.
Peace out.